We're live now.
Principal.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
We're live.
All right, tonight
My
we're
dick is
live, and yes, your dick is live. My dick's live too, but you're 15 now.
I'm just
So
a
don't
kid
try to-
before each day I grow some more.
Hey. So, this
You
guy,
being my dick.
last time I ran a stream, this guy was on the stream and he was being held hostage by one known as Butts. How did you manage to escape her?
Oh my God! I'm sorry for you.
He was being held
when I
hostage.
turned 15, she thought it was too old, so, you know.
You're never too old in the eyes of the Butts.
Yes, I am. Not understand about that.
18 and under
Yes.
only.
Yes,
No,
I wonder.
no,
I wonder
no,
she'll
no,
probably
you're
get
talking
More
about
her.
like 8 and under.
Yeah, exactly. If you're talking about Sarah Butts, it's 8 and under, sometimes 5.
8 and under. Damn, she's that bad.
She likes them
Shit, man,
young.
That's
I
why-
never
that's
really
why
paid
she
much
bought-
mind to her.
She pretty much is buying Undertale right now, playing it, enjoying every moment of Undertale.
Oh, that's creepy.
What's an Undertale?
Watch her make a
video
fucking video
game.
game called, like Pedo Quest or something, trying to like do a depression quest for pedophiles or some shit.
I would.
Silly. Silly person. We all know that. Shit. What was I gonna say?
We all float down here.
Oh wow.
We all know Twine games can't be real games.
Sorry, I have to be a little creepy. You know, it is Halloween after all.
Spooky, scary.
Oh my God, it is Halloween, isn't it?
It is Halloween,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
That must be why Prison
Let me see if I can
Architect
do it.
all of a sudden decided to do the Thriller music and have them all go in the yard, dance to Thriller, and then piss everywhere. Mid-game, I was like, what the hell is that sound coming from? I have like 50 windows open, and I thought Thriller just came on for some reason.
Thriller's a damn good song.
It is. No objection to Thriller,
The movie
but
was
not in
actually
Prison
pretty good,
Architect.
too.
I was like, this game doesn't have music, period. Why the hell is it playing Thriller?
Why wouldn't it play Thriller?
That is a good
Thriller.
question. That is a good question.
Thriller of the night.
Thriller, baby. Yeah.
Is it a thriller?
Yeah.
So,
Testing.
I drove to the middle of Pennsylvania today and back.
Why are you driving to get a pencil?
Pennsylvania, asshole. Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
You
State.
can kill me if you want.
I will kill no one. It's Halloween. I'm in a much better mood than I usually am.
This
Because
is
it's Halloween.
triggering. This is triggering.
Yeah.
Jiggering.
Yeah, going from Richmond to Philly is a bitch.
Yeah, it sucks balls. I didn't go from Richmond. I drove from.
I'm happy to say
I'm
I've
in
got
Northern
Tomb Raider.
Virginia, but I drove from little outside of DC.
Shit, man, I've driven all the way from the North Carolina border all the way up to frickin' Philly just for a job once.
I drove out of
Holy
the driveway
shit, dude!
once.
Yeah, I've been to.
This shit sucks, man. 95
remember-
is a bitch.
I remember
Especially when you
going.
get to
I
Northern
remember
Virginia.
driving
Oh
through.
yeah.
I remember driving through. From Atlanta, Georgia, all the way to Burbank,
Oh
California.
my God.
It's actually a little it's a little weird how you can tell the difference between the drivers. Like when you get into Pennsylvania, you know, everybody just drives a bit more normal.
But when
You
you're in
get into
Maryland, everyone
Maryland-
drives like they have no sense.
When you get into
Yeah.
Maryland, like everybody, it's like driving on the autobahn. You'll get your ass run over if you don't fucking go with the flow.
Oh, you've been to Germany too?
It's like
You've been to
I've
Germany
never
too?
been there, but I've got a lot of friends that have. They all have told me about it. They're like, this is like driving in Maryland.
this is what us rednecks imagine the Autobahn is like going 90 miles an hour on a highway.
And then when you get into Virginia, everybody just stops. They don't even drive. They just stop.
Where it starts is fucking Fredericksburg. As soon as you hit Fredericksburg, as soon as you pass that damn exit, that's where everyone stops for the next 40 miles.
Oh God, don't even fucking. Oh God, I
So
know
you-
exactly what you mean too. Fredericksburg is fucking worse. It's like
That's the bad thing. I keep on meeting people from Virginia or near in the same state, and they already know all about that shit. This is a common thread. To meet someone from Virginia, talk about 95.
Oh, dude, 95 is a fucking shit storm, especially like where I leave from every day. I'm out by I work over in Springfield, so when I leave there, I fucking I get stopped like at least 2 to 3 exits before 160. Traffic just stops and becomes a big bottleneck. And then once you get through 160, like it's all clear for no fucking reason.
Over there on Franconia Road, where they have to exit over to that on the Beltway around DC, that shit is, oh my God.
Oh man, DC's
Right south of DC's a shit.
it's a shitstorm out here, man. You find like creative ways to get around it, so you don't have to drive on the interstate. It's fucking ridiculous.
So you got anything? So you got anything that's going on right now? That's crazy.
Oh, did you want me to give the TLDR version of what's been going on in the last 24 hours with Sargon and Ralph and all that? Okay.
Yeah. Go
Alright,
ahead.
I've already done 2 videos on this, or 1 video or something. I don't fucking remember. It's 2 actually. But anyway, I'll give you the TLDR version so you don't have to watch the shit.
Cool.
Basically, yeah. So basically, what happened was Ralph retort. Everybody's blaming him, but what it was is he had somebody named fuck, I don't know his name. Anybody? Whoever it was, some guest writer on his site, wrote this inflammatory piece basically trying to tell Gigi how to fucking talk, how to fucking do things, right?
So we had a tone policer on his site.
Pretty much. And then Sargon got pissed off by this and reviewed the whole document in that 50-minute video, which is, don't bother. I love Sargon and all, but I can't. That he was an ass in that one. It got on my nerves after the first 30 minutes. But anyway, so he did. You apologize for it already.
You had 10 more minutes to go. You could have done it.
Yeah, well, I did do it. I finished it, but basically, so Sargon did the video, and then, you know, of course, some way or another, Cult of Vivian got fucked up in there because those two have some kind of feud or something. And
Yeah, they're always beefing, man.
Yeah, somebody said something on Milo's stream about Cult of Vivian hates everybody or some bullshit. I don't fucking know, but. Yeah, I wasn't watching that, but
I don't get the problem with Cult of Vivian because I've been pretty cool with her for quite some time. I talk to her quite often, and she's never given me any fucking problems.
I talked to both of them. I talked to Ralph and Vivian. I talked to Vivian a hell of a lot more, but I mean, I've spoken to Ralph directly yesterday. We're talking about doing a show together. Me and him are going to talk about all this BS going on and about how he runs his shit. Because the main reason I'm doing it is because we're both originally from Richmond, and people draw comparisons to me and him constantly. And I'm trying to see what the fuck they're talking about because I'm nothing like that.
Here's the issue that I notice about Ralph is that he tends to start controversy when there is.
Yeah, that's what I've heard a lot.
And a lot of people, you know, got upset with him. Like they had beef with him over the fact that he went off on saying that this woman was there was some people that disagreed with him about revealing the identities of the person in question, like Kate Edwards, for example.
Yeah.
Turns out, yeah, you might remember.
I remember
that
Kate
one.
Edwards.
A lot of people got upset with him.
For some reason. I'm on your channel, we're not live.
Hold on, let me see something because I don't know.
It might be
where
your
this is
browser
sending
because
me.
I've had that happen on my show. I'll be live, but somebody thinks it's not.
Yeah, I've seen that happen before too.
Yeah, let me check something.
Well, I also know there was some stuff. There's a lot of news that happened today that I hadn't heard about, but not just drama, but like also with like stuff like what's it called? Like the South by Southwest had some stuff that happened with it too and shit. So I'm trying to get caught up on everything.
I don't understand the beef between Ralph and Vivian thing going on between them, like, arguing and shit. But one of the main talking points I hear from that side, his side, is basically the whole thing about her trying to tone police people about trans people. And I asked her politely, I'm like, Vivian, will you please send me what the fuck the source is? She sent me the source, took a look at it, and I'm like, well, I can see that she wants people to be more respectful, but I don't see her going full Macintosh and being shitty about it. I mean, she just kind of said, I would prefer people be nice to them, but if you don't, I can't stop you, basically. So I was like, what's the problem here?
Here's the link to the stream.
Well,
I mean,
the other day, I was, like last week, I was going to I was actually going to take a break from YouTube for this week until a bunch of news stuff started dropping and GG just came back to life.
Same here. I was starting to go back to work, and I was gonna put NHB on hold for about a week or two just to get back to work and shit and get straight working 50 hours a week again. And all of a sudden, like 50 fucking things happened that never happened in the last 2 months, where I was scrapping for stories, and now it's like shit. I don't even get a break now.
Yeah, that was my
50
problem.
hours plus running 3 or 4 videos a week and streams and shit. So god damn it.
Yeah, I was gonna take a break from it all just for this week so I could because I was changing the whole format of my entire channel and how I was gonna do streams and gameplays and stuff, because I was going, you know what, Gamergate it's not dead, but it's it's slowed down a lot, and I was like, okay, so I need to start less focus on Gamergate and start focusing on bringing other topics and subjects into those streams, which is what I'm still gonna do. But as soon as I make that fucking announcement on Twitter, Ralph tags me and Cult of Vivian going, let's do a debate. Nurgle will moderate. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, what? What the fuck? I'm like, I didn't. You didn't even send me a DM to say, hey man, would you mind moderating?
He's gonna do it.
I'm like, okay. I came out, I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do it.
That actually happened.
Can it be next? No, because I'm off this week.
You know what? I was thinking of doing a debate with KIA versus GG Revolt.
Oh my god, yes, do it.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, both sides refused.
Oh really? What the fuck?
one side accused the other of doxing, which KIA accused it.
Oh good lord!
It's such a
GG
fucking
Revolt.
shitstorm.
You know what? Actually had this actually worked out.
And GG Revolt are the reason I left GG. Just God.
I can understand that.
I just ignore them both, and I just stick with what's going on the Twitter.
You know what? I'm going to do something that people deemed impossible in Gamergate, and they kept telling me it was impossible. And guess what? I'm going to fucking do it now.
What's
that? I've already got it set up. I'm going to have a debate with an actual SJW radical feminist.
I've had some of them on my streams before, and we've had discussions, and we sat down
and this person is actually a GG support. She plays all sides.
Oh lordy.
So it's like, okay, what the fuck am I gonna get into here? We got a GG supporter that's Rad Fem and SJW. That seems like that's an oxymoron, but apparently it's real.
I wouldn't be surprised if there were SJWs that actually support Gamergate, because I mean, even they've been burned by their own kind in multiple ways.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised. I was just like, right after Ralph and them tagged me this shit, the next day or two, fucking South by Southwest news started happening, and 16 goddamn articles in 30 fucking minutes pop up from all the usual suspects. Chris Cluey comes back from the dead and starts fucking making Gamergate harassment crap, and then holy shit, the whole thing started all over again. I'm like, what in the fuck, dude? Did somebody just hit the reset button on Gamergate? What the hell, man? This is crazy, man. So I was like, okay. I was like, okay, I can't leave. I gotta stick around.
Parallel did everything ever.
John Kelly was just in the
Yeah.
background cheering him on.
So we got this shit that happened with Ralph and Cult of Vivian. So like, what other shit did I miss today? I mean, I heard that the panels or something got reinstated.
Yeah,
That's
but
a rumor.
this time we're gonna be mixed in together.
Yeah, it's something like a.
Yeah, I'll show you the. Let me see if I can find that South by
So we're
South.
gonna have Randy Harper and Gamergate in the same damn room.
Yeah, it's gonna be
That's
scary,
not
isn't
gonna
it?
work.
Oh
Well,
God,
this is-
Brandwell.
She
Yeah.
freaked out.
She's gonna start cause some kind of big fucking scene.
Okay, here's what they were saying right here. The number of additional speakers have been invited to join the summit to expand the conversation to give an issue of substantial discussion it deserves. Confirmed speakers included Monica Beckett, head of product policy and Facebook, Sonia Clamery, Soria, whatever her name is, writer, director, WMC Speech Project, Congresswoman Catherine Clark, Wendy Davis, women's rights advocate, former Texas Senator,
Oh lordy.
Mark DeLaval, VP Technology, formerly with Sony, Nintendo, Google, and the White House.
Oh yeah, isn't that the D-Rock guy? He's the fucking. Is that the D-Rock guy I keep hearing about? That's a representative of Nintendo. Yeah, he's a big SJW. Like all these folks are SJW motherfuckers.
Yeah, Mary Ann Franks, law professor, University of Miami School of Law, Legislation and Tech, policy director, Cyber Rights Initiative, Jonathan Greenblatt, CEO of the National Director of Anti-Defamation League, Umar.
Anti-Defamation League? What the? Oh my god.
This is all one big
Yeah.
fucking
More
hug box. What the
SJW type
fuck?
of thing.
Sarah Jong, yeah, and I know who she is, contributing editor.
There won't be enough
she
safe
made that-
spaces for all these people. How could they invite them?
Yeah, the funny thing, online harassment is a serious matter. We stand firmly against hate speech and cyberbullying. It is a menace. I'm just skipping over to all the lists of people because this is. And they even invited Brianna. Wu.
Now, but I heard some of our people are coming though.
Yeah,
I know Mercedes
This
is.
is not gonna end well.
And
Um,
It's gonna
So-
end super well. All these people are gonna be like, "Oh, feels."
our open
Yeah,
dating
look,
society
sad part
guys
is-
coming.
yeah, the sad part is, according to Robin, the guy Nick Roblek.
I know who that guy is too. I've heard of him.
Yeah, Pixie Metal, which Pixie Metal is probably not going to show up.
Well, from what I get out of it, and this is the thing that I was going to say about this, because I was hearing exactly what you said. And one, I heard that Randy Harper was pissed off because basically they have no control over how this thing's going to go and how things are going to run.
Because I think they want us to debate them. Because in Texas, they want this to be done and over with. Because I think they got sick and tired of this whole drama bullshit that South by been dealing with the SJWs for a while.
Yeah,
Well, of course, the SJWs will pull some kind of grand coup thing saying that there's another bomb threat or some shit, so they don't have to.
Deal with any of this
Well, that's the-
situation. Because I know
well, that's what's going to be different here, though, is you have South by Southwest. If they actually go forward with claiming a bomb threat or doing some bullshit, it's going to cause a media shitstorm
Yeah, but-
beyond
Yeah,
what
but the
we
funny
saw
thing
in
is,
Miami. They won't get away
here's
with it
another
this
fact
time.
of this. Here's the other thing that's going to happen. Milo's going to go there.
Oh, God.
And every time Milo shows up, a bomb threat
Yep.
happens. That's the funny thing.
Well, this is the thing, though.
It's suspicious, don't you think?
Well, here's the problem.
Milo
Okay.
bomb threat Minneapolis.
You've got to...
Milo
gotta
bomb
understand
threat
one thing here,
Minneapolis.
okay? The biggest ultimate goal for all the smear campaigning and all the shit that's happened with Gamergate, it's been a method of containing and controlling Gamergate so that it only stays in one little box. When you have something in an event as big as like South by Southwest, if you make a bomb threat to that, you're going to displace so many people. It's going to be, and it's such a big event that it would actually get real media attention, not just from the usual suspects, but outside of the usual suspects, it'll no longer be a containable thing. They wouldn't even be able to run with the complete narrative that it was Gamergate this time either. This is not a bad thing that I'm seeing with South by Southwest. Even though it's very skewed, there's more SJW folk than say like the people that we like Mercedes and whatnot, right? Even though it's very skewed, you still will have at least 2 people that are going to actually tell the truth. And you know damn well one of them's going to stand up and show off Randy Harper's tweets and all of the bullshit these other idiots had run and said and all the other lies and everything.
So basically what you're saying is one of them's going to have an IQ above 7.
Look, basically, what you're gonna see is you're gonna see a lot of them looking really stupid by the end of this panel that they're having.
Doesn't that always
Really
happen?
bad. What's that, Fox?
Doesn't that always
It's not
happen?
going to take them long to see how damn stupid they are. I think it's pretty self-evident that anyone with 3 brain cells could see that.
And this is Texas. I understand they say, well, Austin's the hipster town of Texas. That may be, but this is still Texas, goddammit. I'm an original Texan.
Yeah.
Okay,
Look,
I'm a
if
native
it was San Francisco, I could understand
Yeah.
the whole hipster thing, but Texas and hipster do not mix, I don't think.
It does not.
Yeah, and they don't take crap from anybody. If you do something like this by pulling that bullshit, whiny bullshit,
they'll probably
won't
do
take
like
it.
we would with VA, just getting a fucking F-150 and just go hunt the bastard down and did it.
And that's the thing. This is why Randy Harper was pissed off. I mean, I got a little bit out of this today, a little bit, from my driving for 8 hours. Randy Harper, I saw the tweets. She was pissed off because she has no control over this, and she's pissed because they won't let her have control. And South by Southwest is going to strictly run it. So it looks like this is going to be a very moderated thing, and they're not going to get away with their usual bullshit that they normally get away with. They're already going to start. People are going to start dropping out of it like flies because they're going to be like, oh no, if we go there, we're going to look bad. And it only takes.
They look bad. They look bad regardless, anywhere they go. How is
Well,
that?
this is the thing. Even though, like, say, the GG folk that are involved with it will be vastly outnumbered, it only takes 1 or 2 of them to speak and to present some things to show how full of shit they are. It doesn't matter how many of the SJW folk are there. It only takes a few to tell the truth. And in that sense, I mean, people are going to think it's going to be a shit show. It probably will be. But if anything, you're going to actually see shit put on display. I wouldn't be surprised if, say, someone like Mercedes goes up there in front of everyone and shows off shows off all the shit that like Randy Harper said online, and shows off shit like the crap that Chris Cluey says, because Chris Cluey's supposed to be out there, isn't he?
Oh my god, I want one of them to go up and show all the evidence that Butts is a pedophile.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, I guarantee you somebody's going to come out there and show that. If there's people involved in the panel that are not SJWs, that are kind of, sympathizers with the Gamergate thing.
Half of them are.
Huh?
Half of them are on the list of the what was it called? Half of them are on the list. Half of them are on the list in the Game Journal Pros list.
Yeah, and so when you have, and then if you have Milo actually go in there, he's going to end up being part of the panel or something. He's going to show that off and bring that up. It only takes a little bit of people to show off the truth, and that's what's going to happen with the people that we support. And that's what needs to happen. Our story needs to get
but the funny thing is, I know, but the sad part is it ends with a bomb threat, because every time we try to explain to some news outlet
But you're looking at, I get what you're saying, but here's the other thing about that. You're looking at a much bigger event. You're looking at an event that has way more security being utilized, and you're looking at, just plain and simple, a bomb threat's not going to easily shut this one down like the others. The others were small venues, small gatherings. That's why it was able to shut down with a bomb threat. And events like this, bomb threats are a dime a dozen.
I think
the
Harper
thing
just
is
won't
that-
show up. She'll probably just no-show because she knows she'll get hit.
Yeah,
But-
she'll be called out on her
See,
bullshit because a
and-
lot of people
I
already
can't
were
wait for that
dealing
bomb
with
threat, though. I mean, like, somebody's gonna call up, and, like, they're gonna be like, hey, aren't you Jeopardy winner and journalist Arthur Chu?
Did anyone see that new article he put up wherever it was on Salon?
It's tonight.
I was gonna say that, and you've ruined my joke.
Yeah, the funny thing, Arthur Chu said, nope, he's not going.
Arthur Chu
Right.
said he's not going just because Gamergate sympathizers are allowed to go. That's his thing.
Yeah,
They
same
were
with that.
trying. Did you notice the trend here? Actually, you noticed what happened, right? Whenever it was announced that those guys were going to have their panel, you know, it was announced that hey, they got their panel. Nobody said shit. No one gave a fuck. As soon as we got our panel, suddenly everything went to shit. They started losing their fucking minds. Suddenly it was threats and threats and threats and threats. But nothing was happening when it wasn't known yet that we had a panel yet.
Yeah, the funny thing, I think South by Southwest actually did something right for a change. They actually said, fuck it. If these people are not gonna be reasonable, then we'll put them in the same room to figure it out on their own.
Bloodbath at South by
Exactly.
Southwest today.
Well, this is the thing. Like I said, you're going to put these people all in the room together, and even though they're going to outnumber those that are sympathizers with Gamergate, those few guys are going to tell the truth in front of a large group of people. And you can't tell me that everyone in that crowd is all going to be SJWs. It's going to be all sorts of different walks of life, because South by Southwest encompasses a lot of different things other than just that. And I'm surprised to know it encompasses this, because last I checked and remembered was South by Southwest was mostly about independent music scenes and underground bands. Because, well, that's what I knew about it back in my day, because I was in an underground band that almost got a show playing
Back in
out of South
my
by
day,
Southwest.
I was younger.
Hey, it was my garage band days. You know, it was right when I got out of high school into college. I was in a band for 2 years called Sons of Others, and we were getting looked at into going and playing a show there. But the band didn't last long enough to get out there.
I know the feeling when that shit happens.
Egos, and we had a
Yes.
crazy singer that
If
wanted
you're
to
best
be.
friends with somebody, as soon as you get in the band, that's a quick way to break up.
Yep. Well, I mean, not only that, we had a singer that wanted to call us a Christian metal band, but he wanted to go on stage and go, "You fucking disgusting little pigs!" I'm like, dude, if you're gonna be Christian metal, you can't exactly do that. That's not very Christian. Oh, and we shouldn't open with a song called Lucifer either.
Nothing said Christian metal, like literally naming your song after Satan.
Nothing. I mean, dude, this dude got heavily into it. I mean, the song was great. Lucifer was actually considered to be one of our best songs by the local scene that would come out and watch us. But the thing
local
about the song,
Christian metal scene.
but I mean, he would get so into it. Like this singer would it's almost like the devil possessed him on stage. He would start screaming stuff like "Fuck Jesus Christ, Jesus is a fucking animal," and I'm like, dude. You know, I'm like, you know, I'm not a very religious man. I think you might want to chill out before we get struck by lightning.
Yeah.
That hardly ever happens.
And
And it only happened
here's
once
the other
when the
thing.
guy.
Here's the other thing we're dealing with right now. We're dealing with Athy Lynch just, saying that they don't. She's bringing up bullshit about the Save Point panel, bringing up that they're harassers with no evidence to prove that they are harassers. Also, Maya Kramer says we shouldn't be allowed. Gamergate shouldn't be allowed to discuss online harassment.
And this is why but you see, this is why South by Southwest is still going to let this go on, regardless of what they say, because they're all starting to wonder, well, why are we wanting to silence these people? What's going on? Because this is kind of weird.
Finally,
And
someone asked the damn question at least.
you know, people are look, this is the thing, and I'm going to say it, and I've said it before, is the longer you silence somebody, the longer you try to contain this Gamergate thing and hide it, sooner or later, it's going to explode. Sooner or later, the questions are going to get asked, and then someone's going to finally let them speak. Because sooner or later, someone's going to get curious and go, why do they always want to silence them? Why do they keep calling them harassers when there's no evidence of it? What's going on? Sooner or later, that's going to happen. The longer the whole Gamergate thing goes on, people are going to start asking questions, and they're not going to be able to contain it. It's the monster that they need to survive, but we don't need them to survive.
Nope.
Yeah, they're using us as a political.
They want us as a political crutch. You know, we're their boogeyman, the hashtag is their boogeyman. They can go out and say anything they want about Gamergate because they can blame anything on it. And sooner or later, though, enough people read it and they start asking, well, why do y'all keep saying this? When I go on Twitter, I see nothing but people claiming that it's not a movement, and then 100 other people come up claiming that it's a consumer revolt, and then another 100 people claiming that we're not harassing anyone, and then some people saying it's just a hashtag. What in the fuck is going on? Sooner or later, people are going to ask questions, and those answers are going to start coming out into the open. As you notice, their narrative it may still exist, but it's slowly rotting away, and the truth's slowly starting to creep through. It's just going to keep on becoming a downward spiral for them. And you notice, too, when the news gets slow, when they got nothing to talk about, just kick the Gamergate hornet's nest one more time, and we'll just get a little more fucking attention, and bam, we get our clicks back.
That was, I gotta admit, that was probably the best fucking summary of that side I've ever heard in my life.
It's all a shit show.
That encompassed exactly what they do perfectly.
It's all a shit show. I've said it
They
before,
pretty
and
much kicked the hornet's nest just to get a couple of more clicks.
Well, you know, I called it out 2 weeks ago on my stream called The 5 Stages of Gamergate. And I'm not trying to shill myself, but on that stream I talked about and said, you know, with the current ad revenue system, the current AdSense thing, you know, we're technically not a consumer because we're not really the readers because they get paid as long as we click. So technically we're the product. And they're going to keep on doing anything they can to get that clickbait out there, to keep people clicking and just getting pissed off, regardless if it's good quality or bad quality. If you want the gaming media and the media in general to change, then you have to start supporting those sites that do the good work, and you also may have to start being willing to pay for it instead of sitting here just trying to make the old media behave. You can't do that. It's time to say goodbye and walk away from them. That's what my whole thing is I've been preaching about lately, yes.
Yeah, and this is what they're expecting. They're expecting, yeah, because they're reinstating it, but they're actually
What's up?
Yeah, they're reinstating the whole thing. This was like 12 hours ago. They're like saying, we're not going to bring them in. Then 2 hours later, they bring in these extra people They bring in these people that are not even famous, that aren't even known, and yet they try to talk about it.
So, okay, so are they going to have Gamergate people there to talk?
We don't know, because according to Rennie Harper, she said that she's not going.
Oh, called it.
Fine, let her fat ass not go. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that I don't know why she should go.
Because she doesn't want to get called. Because she
doesn't
know.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
First time someone says something mean about her or calls her out, she's gonna go full Macintosh and fuck you, man, and start acting all stupid like she does on Twitter.
Look,
and everybody will get confirmation that she's a moron. That's why
she knows the narrative. She knows that the narrative will come under question. She knows that she, as well as her little friends, are going to get called under scrutiny. Whenever they get called to a place where they're going to be scrutinized, and they can't control the narrative, they can't control the situation, which is in this case, they tuck their tail and run, so that they can run off and go, oh, nope, we weren't there. That's not the story. We weren't there. We can claim whatever we want because we weren't there. Why do you think SPJ went down the way it did even before the bomb threats? None of them wanted to go. None of them did. because they knew that they would not be able to stand under scrutiny. And if they didn't go, it allowed them to write whatever fucked up, stupid article they wanted to write.
Or they could say that they got threats and fabricate the shit and say they got threats and that's why they didn't go.
Yeah.
Somebody
And
get this man a beer.
They replaced. Yeah, and they replaced it. They replaced it somebody in the panel for Gamergate side. His name is Perry Jones.
Who the fuck is Perry Jones?
I don't know either.
We're gonna have to look into this motherfucker.
He was the one though. He
Yeah.
basically was the one that's supposed to lead this. What was it? Hashtag Save Point panel at the SXSW. Already did a video on it, but basically he was running it, and he said that he didn't want to be. So he said, "I agree with Gamergate, but this isn't a Gamergate panel, and I don't want to be labeled as a GG thing because the media hates Gamergate." So basically, he was like almost like a. I don't know how to explain. Maybe he was just trying to do GG on the cover or something, but
Well,
basically
GG.
said, we're GG, but we're actually not. Is what he said.
That's another thing about Gamergate. Is Gamergate itself, you know, whoever Gamergate is, because I'm not Gamergate, I'm just a guy that likes to use the hashtag. But the whole Gamergate thing, everybody involved with it needs to understand you're never going to win the PR battle, no matter how hard you try. But the more noise you make, the more attention you get.
Here's the
And you
big
can
thing
make
about
it
these kind of debates, whether it's feminism, Gamergate, anything. It's not about
Hey,
proving yourself to be
I'm gonna
correct.
go
It's
ahead and
about-
head to sleep.
Right, Stupe, it was good seeing you again, man.
Night. Happy Halloween, bitches.
Good night.
Happy fucking Halloween. What were you saying, Mark?
It's not about proving who's right or wrong. It's about informing the uninformed fence sitters. And that's the thing is Randy Lee Harper being the sort of attention-hungry individual that she is, who appears to have I have attention deficit. Her impulse control is very questionable. And some of the shit she says, there does not appear to be any coping mechanisms in her world. So what hits her mouth has not actually gone under any kind of scrutiny in any part of her brain. It just spits out like water coming out of a hose.
Yeah, she's a very impulsive individual.
She's very fractious.
As a matter of fact, I would be one to say all of them are very impulsive individuals. They don't think about anything they say, especially
I don't know.
people
They
like
don't have to because Daddy will bail them out if Daddy McIntosh or whoever will bail them out if they fuck up.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's not necessarily true with Randy, because I think basically if she damages her own narrative enough, roughly $3,000 a month she gets off Patreon will eventually dry up, and it will solely be the desperate white knight beta males that are left clinging to the hope that she will.
That. Seriously, who would fuck that?
Have we not
You'd
already
be
covered
fucking
this?
surprised. Handled with the victor probably would.
Have we not all? Okay. There's at least a couple of you that I haven't covered this for. For the right amount of money and with consent recorded in a police station on video by 3 cameras, I will do fucking anything.
There's some
Give me
fools.
$1 million and I'll go take one for the team.
I have been known for incredibly low standards in my past.
I very rarely ever do any fat shaming, but I'm going to do it now. Just slap the ham and ride the wave, good sir.
Damn.
Apparently, some people thought it was funny when I said, "Man, the Harperoonies."
Or Ralph actually said earlier, I think he called her Hamburger Harper, and I said, look, you fucked up. You need to call her Hamburger Harpy.
In case anybody's wondering, the easiest way to get Chris Cluey to block you is to point out that he was a shitty kicker and an even worse SJW, and then use the hashtag We Have Bigger Balls, which used to be football.
Hold on.
Wow.
He's going to test that theory.
I tried to, you know what? I actually tried to be cool with Cluey because I went into his thing and I was looking at like all the pictures of his Warhammer miniatures that he did. Dude does some good work, man. I ain't gonna lie, his painting was good shit. And I was like, got some good stuff, man. And he never responded. I'm like, you son of a bitch, you piece of shit.
Oh, the only reason I actually tweeted, and that is the only tweet I've ever sent in his direction, was you were a shitty kicker and you're a worse SJW. And the reason I sent was because he responded to Christina Hoff Summers with, "What? I don't already have you blocked? Let's remedy that." Like,
wow.
Wow. You are blocking a woman who is probably considerably smarter than you. And who actually has a handle on shit.
Well, he also had a problem with, he was calling Mercedes Nacho something and shit and making fun of her. I'm like, bitch. I'm like, dude, you want to sit there and talk about making fun of minorities and talking about SJWs and shit, and you're an SJW, whatever, and yet you're going to fuck with a woman who is a sex worker. B,
like voice, by the way.
fuck
like
with a
voice.
woman who's a minority, and C is definitely far smarter than you and has a lot more education than you ever had in your fucking life.
Yeah, I mean, like I made almost exactly that tweet today. Was SJWs want more women in tech and more minority speakers, and yet they're perfectly willing to shame somebody who is both.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
She's a minority speaker and previously a woman in tech. And I mean, like the comment that's been going around for a couple of days is she's got autism.
No, she said it herself. She's
autistic, but she also is hot autistic.
Oh, all right.
yeah, she actually, I think, kind of embraced that title. Because she was like, that's cool.
My cat's being a retard. I'm oppressed by patriarchy.
But hey, it doesn't exist. You made a video about it. Didn't you?
No. The patriarchy is right here. I was very offended that I picked him up. We are slaves to our own fucking leaves.
Yeah, your cat's is gonna go to feline frequency and just fucking throw you under the bus.
Oh fuck. Nah, you can't do that.
How much beer are you consuming tonight?
Probably only one.
Only one.
Lest we
Was that
forget
video
Randy
good?
Harper doxed a debt collector. Don't ever forget that.
And
Yeah, because we found out that that debt collector was harassing her.
Supposedly.
doing his job, in fact.
Probably.
Because she owed money. Well, she owed money. And that's what debt collectors deal with, is people who owe money. And guess what happens?
Yeah.
Doxing isn't illegal, though.
Yeah, who says that harassing...
For all the shit that comes when that type of shit happens, it's probably not illegal.
Well, it's not illegal because it's mostly public information that they're finding and putting together. That's what they're doing.
Here's a good one that just went by. Mercedes just retweeted it. Remember the time Randy got mad that people were donating money to starving children and not her?
What? Really?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me copy the tweet. I will drop it in the fucking...
Church own food.
Go ahead and link it.
I told McIntosh to use his daddy's money to feed starving kids, and not use it to making a shitty video about feminism.
Oh, I heard that one dude, by the way, soft subject, but that pedophile guy, that sex offender dude that Anita had running that stream. Yeah, I heard he nuked his DeviantArt page.
Yeah, for some reason.
I'm still getting retweets for me having tweeted Cluey, "You sucked as a kicker, you suck as an SJW, Cluey." Still getting fucking retweets. Jesus. Oh,
Yes.
and if on the subject of absolutely rampantly insane, nominally feminist commentators, if anybody hasn't seen Undoom's video that went up today,
Oh, I saw it. It was awesome.
holy, like I've seen that blog before. Was it Radical Wind or Witch Wind or something the fuck or other on WordPress? Holy fucking insane! Like, just no grasp of how anything functions, but insistent on this notion that men need to be culled to less than 10%, need to be separated, like they can't have groups, it should be illegal. All penis and vagina sex is going to be
I think that's an
illegal.
old video, isn't it? I think the one I saw was different than the one you're talking about.
He's
Because
probably talked about somebody, because a lot of those feminazis do have a lot of the same tenets like that.
In this case, like the reason I came across this person in the first place, this blog, was they had a blog post called "All Penis and Vagina Sex is Rape." Okay.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
I heard that one.
Okay, so I don't know that Undune like did this video recently, but
Put it in her ass. She'll be alright. It's not rape if it's penis and
That's
vagina.
not-
here's my okay.
Put it in her ass.
One of the things I'm apparently fairly well known for is being able to deconstruct the various idiocies of feminist rhetoric. So here's one of my questions. If penis and vagina sex is always rape, how is she going to deal with snap-on tools?
That I don't know.
Hold on
I'm
a second.
being
If
honest.
penis and vagina is always rape, does that mean that she's a rape baby?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It automatic.
Rape.
Or she believes that pregnancy is inflicted on women. I'm sorry.
What?
Have you seen the numbers of single women raising children that are getting government assistance in the first world? Like, really?
Do you think these people, a question to everybody in here, and I've been kind of wondering this. I know that nobody, with the brain or really in power would listen to these super feminists, I guess you could call them. But they're
Super
talking about,
feminists, I like that.
like super bitches or whatever. If they wouldn't, the government's not going to go kill all the fucking men, because most of the government is men, but do you think that these people that say this shit, do you think they really believe what they're saying? They're doing it just for the clicks like Ralph does for his drama post.
Something that I wonder all the fucking time, honestly.
And it makes me wonder, because have you ever sat there, and it's a video coming out Monday, and I don't know if I'm going to post it or redo it, but I sit here and I think, I'm like, I see this shit online, but I don't see it in real life, so I'm trying to imagine what these people would be like to the people that actually know them and shit, and then I start trying to think of people in my life that are just like that, and I can't find one yet.
Well, now, hang on. This shit happens in real life, because if you remember, Big Red and her mom was in real life.
Yeah, Big Red's is one of the only ones that I saw go out in public and do it, and wasn't just in their fucking bedroom or something.
Look, let's face it, Big Red was a special case. It's not often when Ronald McDonald gets drunk with Velma from Scooby-Doo and has a baby together, okay?
Bravo, I like it.
Peace to the Aki.
That is forever more immortalized online. Anyone who finds this stream is gonna laugh their ass off at that comment.
Oh my God.
I can't help it. I do my best.
Apparently, Big Red is going to be in the Red Pill movie.
Oh,
Really?
Should be good.
Really? That'll be interesting.
It sure as fuck looks like her.
It would be nice to see if we could see her talk like a normal human being, but I highly doubt it.
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen.
He really
All right,
seems like
question.
a nice young
Kevin.
lady. I would love to just sit down and have a chat
Isn't she
with her.
pleasant? In the words of an amazing
Kevin.
atheist. Isn't she pleasant?
Shut the fuck up. Shut
Yeah.
the fuck up.
I just, I just think she's a very nice woman, and I think that she would be really cool to hang out with.
Dude, are you white knighting? I think you're white.
The patriarchy is very sexist and should be
Oh,
eliminated.
I'm blocked from doing Randy Harper.
There you go.
Everybody in
only-
PG is.
Okay, so my only tweet.
You gotta love her. You gotta love her red hair.
My only,
Marking, all you gotta do is log out of Twitter and you can view every fucking thing she says.
Patriarchy.
my only tweet to Randy Lee Harper was she said something about she's had enough of the dog piling for the night and she's going to go over to a friend's place and drink a bottle of wine. And I'm like, could you stop somewhere and educate yourself on the definition of harassment?
Oh god, that'd be great.
Yeah, apparently Kevin McDonald doesn't have a mic.
Damn it,
so
Kevin.
I can't.
Damn it, Kevin. I will miss
Yeah,
Kevin.
I don't blame him. I heard what happened. What happened with Netscape and him?
What happened with him and Netscape? I haven't heard anything like that.
It was
Wait, isn't
over
Nick
that whole drama.
Netscape? I'm confused now.
I think so.
Because I invited Netscape 9, which is on Steam, to here, which is that Kevin.
Yeah, McDonald, which is you're right. I forgot. Yeah, he was the one that kind of gave out the leaks and everything. Okay, let me go ahead and show this out to the public here.
Yeah, I already shared the YouTube link.
I deeply regret some of it.
There's fucking one of the best fucking Twitter handles out there is it's not that one, it's the actual like God one. And one of the best tweets I've seen come out of there was pray away the gay. Bitch, I'm busy with starving kids.
I know, I love the God Twitter account. It's hilarious.
I like the cause parody. Let me see the cause. Where's cause?
One of my Color Cabal folks is running around with a Twitter called a Macintosh in Orange. It's absolutely amazing.
All right, I'm gonna take my headset off for a sec. You gotta tell me how my Halloween costume looks.
All right, hold on.
You gonna turn my order, sir?
You gotta tip it for everybody.
No, that wasn't my fedora. I have one of those too.
You know, I think it's funny that GG has the fedora, but anti-GG has the fucking fez from what's his name? Kevin Logan.
The human
Wears the
potato.
fez or whatever it's called.
Hang on, let me tip the fedora for you.
I actually have fedora.
Dude, you actually look like Heisenberg. You look like Walter White. It's not even funny.
That's what this hat is for.
Alright, I got a good picture to show off. Everybody knows this guy.
I'm ready for my cover of Male Feminist magazine.
Look like you're ready to go to Jurassic Park with that hat.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of them are wearing fedoras. And
This is how patriarchal I am.
I'm more patriarchal than the rest.
Look at the size of my
How many hairs
cock.
do you have?
Look at the size of my cock. It's big enough it wears a hat.
Where's my hat at?
This is a 22-inch Portuguese good luck cock, okay?
Wow. That's a big cock.
Mark
That's
is
a
a
big
horse.
cock, my friend.
Yeah. Fear my big black cock. I'm only black.
Alright, I'm gonna be off my
Alright,
mic for just a minute. So I'll be right back.
There's so many memes of this guy, you would not believe that people are making fun of.
So I'm gonna briefly plug myself. So I'm gonna be on Sandre's stream tomorrow, and I'm gonna be on one of Bane's first first live streams that he's running tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sexy
Here's some
fucking
interesting
beast.
news. You might know that Roguestar returned.
Yeah, he works at NASA now, apparently. Or maybe he's lying. I don't
Yeah, as a software engineer, which I wish him good luck, even though he got crazy.
Who's a software engineer?
You may know him as Roguestar, aka.
Oh, he got a job at NASA?
Yeah. No, I actually tweeted him to find evidence that the moon landing was fake. He didn't answer me.
So, group I'm in on Twitter or on Facebook. Apparently, there's questions about whether or not people can be trusted to remember their intent or consent during a sexual encounter.
That's pretty sad.
That's pretty stupid. Look, whoever comes up with this goofy ass.
No, this is from Carnegie Mellon University, and what they're discussing is the fact that it's very easy to manipulate somebody.
Yeah.
Well, here.
I will actually agree that it is easy to manipulate and force somebody
This
into a
is
sexual
from
act.
1970.
That is actually kind of true. I mean,
But it's also possible to manipulate them about their recollection of sexual acts.
It's possible, I guess.
Well, I mean, let's take the example of Mattress Girl. 6 months go by, and she's been talking to feminist members of Barnard College at Columbia University, and suddenly she decides it's rape.
Well, yeah, she got convinced by their rhetoric that it was rape. The whole deal with that was, But the thing is isn't there a time frame they can go? They have like a limited time before they can go.
It's like a year.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. Interesting notion. One of the deans at Barnard College in the last day or so, apparently Barnard College, because it's the women's faculty for Columbia, Barnard's College doesn't allow any of the students living in their dorms to stay over Christmas break, which is like a month. And so this dean put out a message on their Facebook page that he knows of, or she knows, whatever, they know of students who have been nannies and who house sat in order to stay in New York. Because, I mean, it's not necessarily plausible to just fuck off for a month or to rent something else in New York. There was a comment made almost immediately about, so what you're suggesting is that members of your feminist faculty should subordinate themselves to the white hetero-capitalist patriarchy in order to stay closer to the university.
Oh my god.
I suppose so. Oh, and by the way, I'm a sailor tonight.
In the Navy! I would wear the fox hat, but I don't want to look like a douche by showing the fox thing with my name being Fox. Before I changed my name to Johnny Fox.
I actually was in the Navy. That's the funny thing. This is one of my hats from my uniform.
It's kind of funny. I'm actually a fox in a man suit.
That's a pretty amazing man suit there. That's pretty convincing for a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny is a fox king. He believes he was a fox. Right, Johnny?
Yeah. Like Mornblade thinks he's a cat, so...
World should be proud. This is one of the few times my face is actually out there on the interwebs.
Yeah, if you watch my show, you gotta see my ugly ass face all the time, so...
Yeah, but it's so small, people can't see it.
I know. I'm a tiny son of a bitch. I'm also like 30-some-odd years old, and people think I'm like 18.
Yeah, you do look 18.
Hey, I can't help it. I look like I'm 12. It just happens that way.
Most people, if they don't see me with a full beard, assume I'm in my late 20s because I don't act at 30.
See, that's how most people are with me, but they usually tend to just think I'm underage. I'm like probably the only 30-year-old that goes to the mall and has to tell 15-year-old girls, look, little lady, I'm married, and you're too goddamn young for me. Go away.
Wow.
If you really like the young lady, if you give it, no, you're probably too old.
Look, I'm not into that stuff, man.
No, I was thinking give it a couple years.
If he had a mustache, he would look like Shipwreck. No, seriously, you would look like Shipwreck from G.I. Joe. And you would have to punch out somebody from...
Wow, dude. Wow.
I'm sorry, man. You almost... If you had the mustache, and the goatee, you would definitely look like...
Well, then I wouldn't be a very regulations, a sailor that's in regulation. I'm not allowed to have a goatee, goddammit. Actually, I haven't shaved all fucking week anyway, so I guess it wouldn't matter.
Yeah. Isn't the admirals allowed to have beards?
Actually, no. It's like mostly like special forces, because when they're in deployment and everything, they get to not have regulation because they're allowed to like blend in.
Hey, Mark, that pipe makes you look very smart.
But when they're back in town.
I'm actually working on something for some new videos. It's going to involve a large leather-bound book, a wingback chair, and a smoking jacket.
I was actually going to run a Bloodborne stream tonight.
Wow, that's really telling right there. I'll screen share real quick so you can see what I'm looking at.
I'm afraid.
Yeah, you might want to be. Ah, fuck, that's the wrong damn screen.
Ah, fuck.
Oh, I was hoping for porn.
Alright, hold on. I'll just read it to you. It's a picture from Foxagon that says, that was retweeted by the Ralph Retort, which says, it has a caption, I'll just retweet it. So.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about.
It's not important if a story is real. The only thing that matters is whether people click on it. From Gawker, but he retweeted it. So,
excuse me. Movie Bob called Gamergators babies unless you're Republican.
oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh,
Yes, I'm not making this up. I saw it.
Okay, wait a minute. Movie Bob is a Republican?
Apparently.
How the fuck does he
okay, I'm
justify being
confused now.
Uh,
He does what he wants to
because
do. That's all it is.
they're well, let's put it this way. It seems that the feminists seem to act like right-wingers in a way, so they're Republican.
You know what? I disagree. It's not so much a left versus right. It's an authoritarian versus libertarian issue. Because you have left and right-wing authoritarian. You have left and right-wing libertarians. I'm technically left-wing, but I'm a minarchist, which is typically a right-wing philosophy.
Weird.
Yeah, because you live in Canada, which is
an SJW fucking paradise right now. Stop it.
Apparently, yes.
You just fucking hired Trudeau. What the hell was that?
Motherfucker is a drama teacher who sucks at drama teaching so much he had to move back into his parents' house.
Really?
Well, technically it's accurate because his father was the prime minister at one point.
Yeah, I heard about that. And all the Canadians that I made the video, right, where I was bitching about that. And a bunch of Canadians came to me, they're like, well, he's a lot better than Harper was. I said, well, if you just replaced a big piece of shit with a slightly less smelly piece of shit, it doesn't
A piece of shit with a bolt on it is still a piece of shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's like,
I'll get to your tits later.
I mean,
oh. Well, right now,
I'm not going to
I'm looking
suggest
at
that I
another
back
Canadian's
Lacey's,
Twitter.
bra shots, but I'm not going to say that I haven't.
Everybody has an issue with Lacey right now.
yes, and I just re-released all the Lacey shit because I had it on lockdown because Sargon got DMCA'd.
But you know what's funny? They only went after Sargon's video. All the other videos that people have made of her were safe.
Yeah, most of them were about her boobs. They basically complained about her boobs. It's like, do I really have an issue with her boobs? No, no.
I take a lot of
Halloween
it.
episode so much. It just makes me so goddamn mad even watching my own episode on it. I can't even watch my own show.
My greatest issue with Lacey's boobs is that I have not put a lotus spackle across them.
Look, this is the only thing I've got to say about Lacey Greed's boobs. Is honestly, they're very triggering as a matter of fact. And I might just need to go get my
Honey Badger's radio. You know, did a video on her. I mean, like, you know, they took her video and they took her video of the Magic Mike fiasco. She was talking about Magic Mike being objectified, and they went nuts. Especially Allison. I think one of the
Allison is the brunette from Calgary.
You know, Honey Badger Radio. You know what I mean? She was going nuts on Lacey. Like, you know, like you were saying, you know, like if you rape a guy, it's okay, but if you, it was a weird video, but it's out there.
I need to watch that.
Yeah, I'll try to find it.
I have to agree though, Lacey's boobs are very triggering, and I'm probably going to have to go get a trigger towel soon.
I was gonna go for more of a tube sock, but that's just me.
Go the cheap route.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Jenny's in Australia.
Who?
At PAX Australia. Jenny Barrage.
I was about to say,
That's
please
another
don't
one
say
that
Jenny
tends
McDermott.
to. That's another one of those women that tends to trigger me and makes me want to go grab my lotion.
What, Jenny
Yes.
Barrage?
Yes.
From BaseStaber.com.
She's a really cool chick though.
Do you have a Twitter?
Yeah, she's a Yeah, I have her Twitter. I'll link it in the chat for you. Hold on.
I'm gonna take this goddamn hat off because I can't wear my headphones with this piece of shit on.
Yeah, you can see right here. I'm just messing around.
Oh, never mind. It's someone else.
Oh my, I forgot the world just saw Nurgle's face again. I know.
Yeah, she's advertising her basegamer.com website.
That's cool.
Like she's going to every freaking she's going to every PAX and every place to go. It seemed kind of interesting that she went from for $50,000 for asking for $50,000. She definitely is going places with her base game.
Well, at least she's trying to actually do something with the site and make the site become something, which, you know, a lot of people thought she was seriously just taking money and running with it, and that was it. And I always said, I was like, dude, the site just has to take time to get off the ground. You got to be patient.
I know,
You can't expect it overnight.
Yeah, if she needed help, she could probably ask, because there are a lot of people that are willing to give her some help with that website.
Well, I mean, from what I've seen from her site and seen from some of the videos and some of the other interviews and things that she does, she still supports Gamergate. She still talks a lot about that.
I know, and it's sad that people are shitting on her for.
And she's done, as far as I can tell, I feel like she's done a very good job. And she has. It's almost like she hasn't forgotten where she came from. She knows that if it wasn't for Gamergate and all that she wouldn't be where she is today with all this.
I know. Right now she's doing her base gamer work. I just wish she would, you know, because a lot of people were wondering when are you gonna upload these videos, because it took. I know Michael had to take like a day off, even though he didn't have a lot of money. He was actually doing a lot of the stuff that he was doing. He was basically posting the videos that as best he could the next day.
Yeah, well, I mean, video editing takes a lot of fucking time and effort to work. I know, I've been working on doing a small... Well, I'm working on doing a small music video for it's Static X's version of the looks that she's got the looks that kill from Motley Crue, the Motley Crue cover, and it's a tribute to Melina from Mortal Kombat. And I'm literally like cutting and chopping bit after bit after bit, and I've only gotten about maybe 30-40 seconds of this fucking video done, and that's like 4 hours of work alone or more.
But that's because you don't know all the keyboard shortcuts.
Yeah, that's true. That's
actually something that somebody suggested for my new segment is fucking get like 5 or 6 troubles. I'm like, I don't think I want to draw comparisons to David Serrini.
I was hoping somebody would get the joke. I just felt like I was on like I was talking about.
I have lost count.
I was lost because I don't know shit about video editing. I'm still learning.
Oh, don't feel bad. I know.
I keep on. Everyone, no one ever likes it, but I always say that David Serrini is basically Anton LaVey's retarded brother.
I couldn't get over Davis Aruni. I mean, me and a group of folks, we sat on like a Google Hangout off air, and we watched the Sarkeesian Effect. And I'm gonna tell you right now, okay, yeah, he got some very notable people to interview, and they told some interesting. It gives out some very cool information, and it does help. Does do some. It's interesting, but. My God, some of the interviews they just drag, and you're going, why is this dude still talking? I'm like, what are you trying to tell me here? I don't get it.
Yeah, and a lot of they did a worse job with the editing. They definitely need to work on the editing. I'm pretty sure anyone out there would definitely try to edit that whole thing for them amateurishly and say, hey, here.
Yeah, I just...
Well, if you could completely botch the sound, there's a certain point, with especially audio editing, where it's just like lost cause. You can't do shit with that. If you have like a shit ton of reverb and static and stuff, you can get rid of the noise, but it's still going to sound like dog shit. I mean, you might get it somewhat okay, but good luck.
Yeah, and they had to work with $9,000 a month, and I'm like... $900,000. Actually, that was
Look,
$9,000.
I work with $0 a month, and I put out better editing than that.
look, I'm using an old copy of Adobe Premiere. I'm using Adobe Premiere Elements 8. Okay, that's older than fucking dirt. I'm doing better cutting work than what I saw in the Sarkeesian effect. It's that bad.
They don't care. Okay, they only want money. It's about love and passion. You actually want to do this shit.
Yeah,
I think Jordan Owen. I don't know about Jordan Owen. I know David Sereni's just about the money and the fame, and I don't know. I've heard of people that actually know Owen like personally and all that shit, and say that he's actually an alright guy, but Davis is a prick.
Well, Davis, let's just face it. Have you watched any of Davis's videos?
Yep.
Out of all of his videos, in my opinion, he just acts like a prick in his own videos. I wouldn't be surprised if he's really a prick. I personally can't stand the son of a bitch.
He thinks he's a cowboy from hell, if you think about it.
Yeah, he really does. He's
Because the motherfucker doesn't have the cojones to play a Pantera song.
Yeah.
I love me some Pantera.
But I'm saying he looks like
I was just making the reference to Pantera and the Unparalleled Heights cover.
All I'm saying is rest in peace, Dimebag Darrell. He is a hero. He was one of my inspirations for picking up a guitar. Him and Marilyn Manson. Don't ask me why Manson became an inspiration.
Well,
But
John
yeah.
5 in that case.
John 5 is a bad motherfucker, but even
He was the player for Marilyn Manson. That's why I said that.
well, he came in during Mechanical Animals and I think Hollywood. After Hollywood, he left, and then it got taken over by. Then that's what after Hollywood's also when Twiggy Ramirez quit and ran off to Perfect Circle for a little while, and then he came back. But Twiggy Ramirez, like John 5's work, okay, all of his work is on Hollywood. All the work on Mechanical Animals was mostly Twiggy Ramirez's guitar work. He actually did most of that stuff. Because that's right when Zim quit or left, and then they needed a guitar, so Twiggy sat down, wrote the guitar work, and did the bass work for that album.
Twiggy's more of a Star Wars fanatic than him.
Oh yeah, he's a huge Star Wars nut. Him and fucking Manson.
Let me use this as a really interesting segue, alright? So you know how feminists go on and on and on about fucking patriarchy and it's lasted forever and fucking all men have always oppressed all women. That means that there's been one fucking paradigm, right? There's always been one model agreed on. I'm pretty sure if we took a poll of the fucking five of us, we would not be able to agree on who the best bassist or guitarist was ever.
No.
I mean, I'm going to go with Les Claypool. But
Okay.
I'm sure there are other...
If patriarchy exists, why are there more homeless men than women?
But that's my point, is if all men throughout all
David
history had to
Ellison,
agree
just
on
gonna
it,
throw that in there.
if all men throughout all history had to agree on a single oppressive set of actions, and we can't get the five of us to agree on one fucking guitarist, what are the chances that 100,000 years of human history has had agreement on one? Fuck, the only thing you're going to get one room of guys to agree on is that bacon is fucking incredible.
Yep.
Bacon is
That
fucking
is fucking
God
it.
damn it.
That's a fact, though. That's not a fucking question.
Yeah.
Bacon is life.
I
Yes.
mean, you're getting, the batch of us won't even agree on how best to make a steak, but we'll all say bacon is fucking incredible. But like seriously,
Oh,
you can't.
by the way, it's been found out that bacon causes cancer.
Yeah, so does. You know what else causes
You know,
cancer?
it's everything
Taking a
else.
piss causes cancer, for fuck's sake.
You know what the number one cause of death on the planet is? Life.
Yeah, pretty fucking
I mean,
much.
Argue with that.
That's why I'm expecting a lot of these fucking anti-fun fucking SJWs to live forever because they don't have lives.
I'm just waiting for
And
the
the immortal
days.
words of Jim Cornette, he said, about whatever that guy's name was, he goes, that tells you right there that the good die young, but pricks last forever.
Good old Jim Cornette. Oh man,
I
how could one ever?
love Corny. I love Corny. He is my damn hero when it comes to ranchers, because he does not give a shit. He just fucking tells them.
I don't know. There was some other fucking good lines that came out of the various wrestling commentators. Crooked with dog's hind leg. That describes Anita Sarkeesian to a T.
Yeah.
Second Evolution had a pedophile on her stream. What the fuck?
You know, I'm not
Are
even
you
fucking surprised
surprised?
these days anymore. I'm really not. I mean, Salon's running around going, I'm a pedophile, but I'm not a monster. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Holy shit, dude! That
I'm like,
was
just shut
actually a pretty good feminine voice.
Yeah, it was.
Well, you know, I can
Let me-
change my voice in many, many ways.
Look, I'm going to give you the best advice, and it didn't even come from my dad, surprisingly, because he's usually where, if you ever hear me say something that's advice-wise, it's usually from him, but my brother told me once, because I was sitting there talking to him because I couldn't believe, you know, the shit that was going on. He's not even in GG, but I explained it to him, and he just looked at me with a straight face, and just looked at me just like I'm looking at the camera now. He goes, don't put nothing past no fucking body, because motherfuckers will surprise you.
It's the goddamn truth, man. It really
He
fucking
says straight up, he says if they have the possibility of doing some shit, they will. It don't matter who the motherfucker is.
Yeah, it's fucking true, man.
It's not even the greater internet fuckwad theory, where anonymity increases the likelihood of trollery. It is literally, people are out for number one. You are probably not even number 8 on any of their lists.
Nope.
Or number 5 or number
But it
20,
seems-
because I remember the people
It
from.
seems like SJWs are more collective, you know, when it comes to more like me. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's the other way around. I was trying to think for a second, but my brain exploded halfway through that
Well,
sentence. But
the biggest example was Sunset, because I know Anita couldn't promote that game at all. Worse shit, because that game failed to sell well, and people were trying, and the developers were trying to talk to people on the other on their side to say, hey, these gamers are garbage and shouldn't be and are not our audience. And it's like, they honestly did not. They should have understand the market very well, and should have been told about how the market is and how the market is in the video game in indie games, because it seems like these people want to bring up the fact that we're misogynist and racist and all this other stuff, and they're making a game about a black woman cleaning up a house.
Wow.
Look, all I'm gonna say is, you make a game about cleaning house. Okay, I've got 2 kids and a wife. Do you think I want to fucking play a video game about cleaning house after I do it all fucking day? Seriously?
some people do, because some people literally have such a non-life that they play the fucking Sims all day.
Yeah, but you see though, I can have a little
Clean the house
fun with
there.
it.
They cleaned the house in the Sims.
True,
That's
but I
actually
can
an
do some
alright
other
series.
crazier shit with the Sims. I mean, I don't.
I'm not bashing the Sims. I was just talking shit.
I mean, at least I can have a little fun outside of reality with the Sims. But I mean,
Yeah.
seriously, we're talking about a game that it's like, click to unroll carpet.
Hey, never
Unroll.
Who's to say the reality we live in is actually reality? If we're getting philosophical.
We want to get philosophical.
Oh,
Yeah, you
you want to hear things bizarrely philosophical? So I follow @PlatoFacts on Twitter. So the top 2 tweets on my feed right now are, Socrates, to understand Homer and not merely learn his words by rote is a thing greatly to be envied. Ion. Directly above that is, are these the worst parents on Facebook? Yes, and a bit.ly link. The fuck?
Interesting.
You know, and did you hear the news about what happened to Laughing Witch right
Oh,
my God, we started on that.
the fact that she's in debt and she kind of basically planned this whole fucking scheme just so she could create a fucking reason to make a crowdfunding source.
She was on TV.
She was on TV. What?
Yeah, I'll get
Say
you
what?
that. Actually, I think I posted in Skype too.
Okay,
Yeah, I watched it, and Jenny McDermott. Let me go ahead and.
that means I'm going
show
to
you the
zoom
video.
in a little bit closer on this dog's eye over that one. Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, and there's apparently a new feminist hashtag, MyFeminismIs. So it came across, it got retweeted by some of the anti-feminist or pro-MRA females that I'm following. So I decided to throw my fucking 2 cents in with my feminism is when feminists support equal domestic violence victimization resources for all victims. Since that doesn't and won't exist, my feminism is non-existent.
Let me see.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am a jerk. I'm hoping to get well paid for it. I don't have a Patreon, so you can just fucking send my checks to the patriarchy and they'll distribute it appropriately.
I want to be part of the patriarchy.
Look, if patriarchy does exist, it only looks at for number one.
I just want to be a member of the patriarchy. I believe that all donuts are created equally.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of custard filled.
I don't really like jelly donuts personally. That's just me.
You racist.
I can't help it.
That's
I
racist.
am a Pop-Tartist. I am a pop.
Yeah, because Jenny had to show off that video. Let me see if I can find it.
So what happened here? So Laughing Witch made her way on TV finally?
Yeah, and it went about well as you would expect.
Let me guess. Phil Mason is harassing me with his army of followers.
Oh, dude, you got it right here.
Yeah, I know. You know what's funny though is nobody fucking believes her. That's the funny part. No one believes her. I'm pretty sure even the SJWs don't believe her.
Nobody who spends a lot of time online believes her. I wish you did.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
bet you whoever sees that clip is gonna be like, what a bunch of assholes are online.
Look, this is the first. This was my response. Okay, I never made an actual response video for Laughing Witch, which I don't even make response videos, but if I had to, the only thing I'm going to say is, what the fuck did you expect was going to happen, you dumb idiot? You doxed yourself on your own video, you showed off that you were the source of the letter writing campaign, and you expected people to just be like, okay, yeah, that's cool, man.
In February, Keller kicked the hornet's nest. She attached her real name to a letter and video she sent to the employer of the British scientist and anti-feminist YouTube provocateur Phil Mason, known as Thunderfoot to his 400,000 subscribers.
Feminism, I actually see in many ways as a more
I don't know, he keeps stopping in the middle.
threat than things like creationism.
She hoped his university would silence or censor him.
But part of the reason I wanted to do this video is these people can't do anything to me.
Well, I'm not too sure about that. Because people can say what they want about your company online.
Thunderfoot responded in kind, posting Keller's name and business.
It's kind of funny when they had the whole South Park thing happen, then it happened in real life to Laughing Witch.
You have no recourse as a business owner. They just
all I know is that it's the whole Laughing Witch debacle thing. It's just become a bigger and bigger shitstorm as time's gone by, and
so basically, I've been
somebody went and found out that she's actually indebted to somewhere close to $25,000.
Yeah, so
back in August there was a judgment put out on her.
We've apologized. This has nothing to do with my business.
Yeah. Yeah, she's trying to put this crowdfunding thing together for exactly $25,000, and it's like, look, it's almost like you had planned all this to happen in the first place. And look, don't let these people don't let social justice warriors kid you. They're not exactly as stupid as they seem. They are smart. They are very scheming, conniving types, folks. This is why I always made the joke that, you know, they were always made this joke that the Zinch is behind all the social justice warriors, because, I mean, they really do know how to make plans of things. They're just not that self-aware about what the future of their plans will entail. They just kind of scheme to scheme and scheme some more.
Thanks a lot, Mark. Now I'm gonna have nightmares.
I am not afraid. I've seen many a dolphins in my life. It is her fault.
No,
Look,
no, technically, what the fuck? That's...
well, I mean, Agent of Doubt's been following it very closely, and he said it best when he said, "This is what going too far looks like." It's one thing to have beef with another YouTuber. It's one thing to fucking fight with somebody else on the internet. It's another thing to take it as far as they've taken it, and that's what they did. When you look at what happened with Thunderfoot, nothing happened. His employer and everybody got these letters. They laughed it off and thought whoever Laughing Witch was crazy. And here's another thing: are you that upset? I've got that meme actually.
I'll be honest, I don't understand it, but whatever. Hilarious still.
But I mean, oh god, it's great. But it just kills me because I'm sitting there going, nothing happened to Thunderfoot. And then you kick this hornet's nest of this YouTuber who's immensely popular in multiple different ways and expected his followers not to retaliate or do anything back towards you. You can't expect that. She had to plan this. She had to have known this shit was going to happen.
Well, she probably looked at what happened with Brianna Wu, pretty much, how she fabricated her own narrative. But the thing is, Laughing Witch is so damn stupid that she made it real.
Yes, she technically did, but I wouldn't even say it's real. I mean, if you look at what was going on the Yelps and all that, they're just basically saying the truth of what she did. They're coming out going, you realize she fucking started a letter writing campaign to get this man fired just because she disagreed with him. That sort of shit. I mean, they haven't exactly been trying to tell the truth.
Oh, wait, have you guys, Tega, have you linked to the video? Because the video that I linked in Skype is eye-opening. You know what I mean? Because this news team did zero research at all. They just took these people at their word. Like...
Oh, what are you talking about back with the, that one, was it North Carolina?
No, I meant, it's still Laughing Witch.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Laughing Witch. I saw the video, I got to a point where I'm like, you know what, no, I can't watch this. It was too stupid even for me.
It was a slow news day that day. Yeah, Phoenix is back. She's pretty cool. She's back and
I have no idea who that is.
I like Phoenix. She's an awesome chick. But I'll be right back.
What happened to her? Of course.
I'm surprised none of you have commented on what I'm sharing.
Harassment. I'm harassed. Man, SJWs are definitely like a fucking cult, or the extremists. You know what I mean? They go out there saying, oh, believe in Jesus Christ, or whatever. I'd be like, no, I don't want to. Oh, I'm being harassed for my beliefs. Like,
Ashley Lynch, her and I think, who the fuck was it? Somebody on my Twitter feed got into it a couple days ago, and she said something to the effect of, like, female victims of domestic violence are far and away the majority. And I'm like, link. Sorry, you're wrong. And she tried to come back with something stupid, and I'm like, oh, reciprocal domestic violence is 50-50 for gender of perpetrators, and non-reciprocal violence is 70% women, 30% men. and lesbian relationships have far and away the highest percentage of domestic violence cases.
It's almost as if women are more violent than men.
And women commit more violence by proxy. And women are more likely to use weapons because they know they're smaller. And there's this narrative that if a guy, because of predominant aggressor policies, if a domestic violence call is placed, there is a significant chance that the guy is going to be arrested. For fuck's sake. Are you blaming me?
I'm back.
I'm Canadian. I'm sorry. With Justin Bieber Corporation. I mean,
blame Canada. Sorry.
let me just get this out the way. Justin Bieber, fucking Avril Lavigne, Nickelback, fucking Big Red, Stephanie Guthrie, Ashley Lynch. We're sorry, okay?
Brian Adams, damn it!
Look, I don't blame you guys for getting rid of Bieber, okay? We wanted to get rid of him too. I can understand completely why you had to get him out of your country.
Did you
How
guys
dare y'all send us Brian Adams?
Don't forget the vigilant Christian Mario. He's Canadian too.
But you know, there's some pretty hot Canadians that came out of
I
Canada
want a
too.
damn wall now. I want a wall, like an internet wall where no Canadians can come down here with that bullshit.
Every time somebody tweets Great Wall of Trump, I tweet back to them, Trump wants to build the wall on the wrong side because I've already got my American girl.
Well, I mean, you know, I like Canada actually.
I do too.
You guys brought us the Metal Man Kitty, and those were some pretty hot chicks.
And maple syrup.
Once y'all hired Trudeau, I was like, you know what? I was gonna move to Canada if we had a shitty person down here get elected, but now I'm like, nope.
I am hearing a lot of craziness about that guy.
Yeah, you got arrested for disagreeing with a feminist.
Yeah, he's a feminist.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that's just a bad precedence right there, what they're setting there.
And he's that kind of gamer dude.
Yeah, who gives a shit? Somebody's jacking off.
I was once called a harasser of women many moons ago.
Which was in the news.
Something came across my Twitter today, and it was Dean Esme having Twitter fights, as Dean Esme tends to. And I don't even remember who the fuck he was talking to, but they made, again, that same sort of egregiously wrong comment or commentary on domestic violence perpetration. And I'm like, plug. Here's fucking links to prove you wrong. See, real feminists don't rando troll my mentions. Get the fuck out. It's like, okay. If you were a real feminist, if we're going to make that argument, then you would be for equality for the resources for victims. Oh, get the fuck out, MRA troll.
That's the thing, though. That's the thing about the social justice warrior folk, though, is they want the ability to go on the internet, say any dumb, retarded thing they want publicly, and not expect people to respond. It's like,
they want their safe spaces. I'm sorry, but reality will get you.
Look, if I walked outside in public tomorrow afternoon in a busy street and started yelling the dumbass shit they say, I'm pretty sure somebody will come up and punch me.
Let me give you,
You
a
know,
fucking brilliant example. Which fucking diehard was it where fucking he gets told he's got to go to Harlem with a sandwich board sign that says, I hate niggers?
you know,
How would that shit go over?
it wouldn't go over very well. And the thing
I've been to Harlem. They're pretty friendly. I'm pretty sure if you say shit like that, you gonna get fucked up.
But wait. If
but
a
like
black
I said,
guy, if a black guy says I hate whites,
are they blaming Thunderfoot in this little video thing you just put in the chat?
Are you surprised?
Yeah, they're blaming Thunderfoot. They're blaming his army, quote unquote.
Yeah, I tweeted it out. Yeah, okay. Ah, for fuck's sake. I just put it on Twitter, so let them deal with it. She's the one that doxed her goddamn self. It's obvious. They said she showed her name and shit in the video for the hate campaign, so fuck.
And that's another thing that drives me absolutely bonkers about this whole thing too is she goes off and says like, well, he sicked his little army. Dude, he does not have any responsibility or control over the people that watch his videos and what their actions are. He has no control of it. I mean, yeah, they do that. It's their own little thing, and he's even come on his videos and said, look, I've never said or requested any of them to do this shit, and I have nothing to do with them.
And here's an important fucking feature about the internet, okay? I was never much into 4chan back in the day, but there was this rule. The internet is not your personal army. And unless you are an SJW, it is in fact not your personal fucking army. None of the rest of the internet has this collectivist hive mind board bullshit going on where they immediately fucking form ranks like it's a goddamn Roman phalanx and they're defending against the fucking Persians.
Well, it wasn't just that. Nyberg, look, the shit,
she was
people dug into Nyberg because of not just, let's face it, it's not just because of that shit. It's also because she went around doing her hardest to smear random people's names and some of the most fucked up shit possible. It wasn't even just the 8chan shit. It was her shit she was even doing with Gamergate on Twitter that pissed a lot of people off. And there's a reason people got so pissed that when they dug into it, they found this shit and they ran with it and they just spread it around. I'm sorry, you kick a hornet's nest long enough, the hornets are going to come back and they're going to sting you. Yep. Plain and fucking simple. That was me, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
And that's the great thing about where I'm at in the world. It's really unlikely anybody's going to impact my job, and there is nothing that anybody's going to bring up out of my past that's going to embarrass me. So I have really no concerns about telling feminists and SJWs, and I mean, honestly, I haven't come across anybody in Gamergate that's particularly offensive, but I'm sure there are some. I mean, primarily it tends to be the anger, oh my God, you need to be stopped because your disagreement is misogynist and harassing. So, I mean, I'm an anti-bigot. I don't care what fucking clothes you wear or what fucking little pet fucking philosophy you have. I've gone after vegans and CrossFitters too. I think they're just as fucking retarded. So feminists, SAWs, vegans, whatever, come on, fucking bring it.
Come on, me, bro.
Let's get this fucking show on the road. I'm bored. It's been a good decade since I fucking scrapped regularly at bars. The irony is the only things that are going to come up if people go digging through my past are things that are probably going to make feminists and SJWs look bad. I'm not kidding.
I've said it about countless times and all this shit, you know. It's like, okay, you go dig into you try to dig into who Lord Nurgle really is, and you try to find things. You're gonna find mostly just, you're gonna find out something about me that you're gonna try to expose, and then you're probably gonna get a knock on the door from the FBI requesting, why are you targeting a guy who works for the government?
But that's the thing. Is it like, okay? So one of the reasons I bring up domestic violence a lot is because just like people that are involved in Mothers Against Drunk Driving or Students Against Drunk Driving or any of that, is because they've lost somebody to a drunk driver. So people that have lost loved ones to clearly avoidable events tend to be really strident about preventing that shit.
Yeah.
Like I've been the victim of intimate partner of things that feminism says doesn't exist.
I would just say that today's feminism and social justice warrior folk is about just making yourself seem like you're special, so you feel like you're doing something worth something on Twitter with your time. That's what it sounds like to me.
In my case, I mean, yeah, it does make me. This kind of does make me unusual because just about 13 months ago, I almost walked off a scaffold with a lanyard around my neck.
Well, I'm very unhappy to hear that.
But the thing is that I had a very small group of people that were willing to continue supporting me because there were no resources. Like, there's no resources for male victims at all. Full stop. I got told.
I love the feminist. I love the feminist who was on Twitter saying, rather than arguing with me, why don't you open up your little men's shelter? I'm like, bitch, you know what I mean? Like, we tried, but every time.
That was actually part of what dragged me into that conversation that Dean Esme was having today. He's been having ongoing battles with Twitter feminists who've been screaming, well, instead of funding this fucking Red Pill movie, how come you're not putting that $158,000?
I actually responded to one of them, Jenny something.
That's one of the ones that I got into it with. Basically, why aren't you guys opening men's shelters? It's like, a domestic violence shelter is probably a $50,000 a month fucking procedure. Feminism gets paid in the U.S. almost $1 billion a year last time I looked.
Well, it's not only that, but they have tried opening men's shelters, and these third wave feminist nut jobs go and try to get them shut down.
I live 4 hours.
UK.
I live less than 4 hours away from where Earl Silverman lived. He tried to start a domestic violence shelter for men and tried to get it funded by the government for 20 years and was consistently told that there was no evidence that men were victims of domestic violence because feminism has been doing all the studies on it, of course, and so they necessarily have to some extent, there are groups that have crafted a narrative that supports their continuing funding. I mean, the domestic violence charity in Alberta that runs all of the shelters, there are 44 of them for women, they still use the original Duluth model power and control wheel that is visibly sexist and puts everything on guys. And I've tweeted our premier about it like 3 times.
No, but see, women can't be sexist. It's only the men that are sexist.
Oh, yes, because I totally have power over a woman who can, at any point in time, walk up to a cop and go, that man raped me. Requires no evidence whatsoever. The allegation is enough to get me put in a fucking cell for 3 days.
That's one of my biggest fucking fears.
And here's the thing. I am a 6 foot, 200 pound, balding male, and I typically have my head shaved. What do you think, and I listen to punk music, what do you think the automatic assumption is going to be?
Rapist.
Neo-Nazi skinhead rapist. You can go to jail now. But that's the thing. They're trying to change those definitions to make them inclusive in the manner they want.
Speaking of harassment, Full McIntosh just tweeted out, I don't know how long ago it was, but I just see this as a retweet from Daddy Warpig or whatever, where it says, McIntosh says, by the way, one of the panelists at the hashtag SXSW Gamergate panel has been harassing me on Twitter for the better part of a year as a way to gain fans.
Ooh,
talking about Mercedes.
Yep. I saw that.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And Daddy Warpig, I thought it was funny. He says, "Hey, Josh, you're supposed to tweet that as femme freak, not radical bites. I won't tell anybody." Hashtag Gamergate.
I saw that. That was some fun. I just read that. That was funny as shit.
I like that guy, whoever it is. He's really fucking funny, actually.
Yeah, I've seen that. That shit's funny as fuck, too. Yeah, he has his... I've actually got a picture of that. I've got a picture of him doing it. Just give me a second. I'll put it up.
Can I do the what now?
He's not Italian.
I'm French Canadian. That's kind of the same thing.
Kind of bad.
Now we can take this out of context because it looks like I'm beating a woman. Even though there's no woman present. My cat is male. Like, the pussy in the house is male.
Well, there's kind of like a psychological reasoning behind that, isn't there? It's like, it's to kind of, instead of you focusing on him, you're focusing more on his hand gestures, and it makes it sound like he knows what the fuck he's talking about, I guess. I don't know. It's like a body language type thing, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, the reason why I'm blocked from Macintosh is his tweet yesterday. Patriarchy isn't a conspiracy. There's no secret cabal. It's a social system operating via paths of least resistance. To which my response was, I plugged the video link for my deconstruction of feminist patriarchy theory. I said, high school dropout deconstructs feminist patriarchy theory in under 3 minutes. Your move. You'll need to excuse the video quality. I didn't have a $158,000 Kickstarter to help purchase new AV equipment.
You know, I'm actually surprised he didn't block me. I'm actually surprised he didn't block me when I said, dude, use your money for, to feed starving kids rather than making a fucking video. He didn't block me. I'm like,
Jazz hands. Don't clap. It might trigger somebody.
I remember
Oh
that.
my God, my trigger.
Saw. Some people are getting triggered, so we've got to use jazz hands instead of applauding. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up.
What's so triggering about clapping? What? So somebody might have.
I got you covered right here, dude. Here you go.
Well, I don't see it. There we go.
Here's a hand gesture that might trigger him.
Yeah.
Wait, is this Macintosh?
Well, look, if you look at my avatar right now, I'm screen.
You fucking invisible melon.
Pseudoscience. Simply pretending to hold a watermelon does not validate.
I'm not saying aliens, but aliens.
I've got
I feel so sorry for that guy. Honestly.
I gotta find it, but I got one I made for Macintosh back whenever they were attacking Doom for being violent and shit at E3. I made this one that said it's the same picture here, and it says, "I'm not saying Doom should be banned, but Doom should be banned."
I know he definitely is doing. He was pulling a.
He was pulling a Jack Thompson.
Yeah, he was pulling a Jack Thompson, which we were all right all along, and yet everyone in the media was saying that he's not Jack Thompson.
Oh, they don't
want to
change or take away our games. I'm like, yeah, bull fucking shit, you dumb bitch.
Hold on. I actually saw a video of Jack Thompson saying, "I never wanted to ban games. I just wanted to make sure that little kids didn't get their hands on it."
Yeah, that's the interview with what's his name? Yeah, well, that's the interview with Jordan Owen in the Sarkeesian Effect, which was actually that was one of the best interviews that was in that movie, actually.
All you had to do was all you had to tell me was that you wanted the about to choke a bitch fucking move.
I know, and he does that. And if you imagine him doing the willy thing, like if he puts his hands like
in that one, it's actually he's doing like this.
Yeah, he holds his hands like that, holding a black.
And it's actually I want to say it's actually the porn star that Milo hired. As a bodyguard.
I wouldn't have been.
You know what? I got an idea just to cure this whole Macintosh thing.
Kill him.
No.
Kidding.
15 minutes, him in the Iron Sheik in a steel cage.
Oh yeah, the CISA bill. Everyone's talking about that one. I'm sorry if I'm not paying
Honestly,
attention.
my solution to Macintosh is nobody fucking likes apples, and Macintosh is a type of apple. Get the fuck lost, or I'm going to squeeze you until I make cider.
It'd be funny if Macintosh actually uses like a Dell laptop or something instead of a MacBook.
I'm just thinking,
if
I ever catch a motherfucker like on the street, I'm just gonna walk up and hug him and go, "You're awesome," and I'm gonna keep squeezing until he pees himself.
Speaking of which,
and when the police come up,
the cyber shits
himself too.
If necessary, but if the police come running up to try and like protect him, I'm just like, "I love him, he's my man. I like his horse it has the cleanest windows. They're not gonna arrest a retard from another country, okay?
Yep.
Yeah, right now we're having a problem with the CISA bill, that cybersecurity information sharing.
Yeah, it made it through Senate. Now it's Senate.
Macintosh having the same name as this horse disturbs me. Because I actually like this horse.
I got a quick question for you guys in this room. Who would like to be involved in some sandwich action with that picture?
You know, honestly, so somebody said that looks fake. Like somebody was photoshopped in there.
No, they were together at the UN, remember? So they could have just been taken there.
Yeah, they actually took pictures together. Like Anita made like a
bitch
popcorn and shit. What's that?
Permanent bitch face.
Seriously, Nurgle, did you have to ask that question? Like we've already established. The depths of
already
the
established.
I just was trying to break the mood and make a joke. That's all.
Okay, I
got one. Zoe Quinn, Randy Harper, and Anita Sarkeesian. We're gonna, instead of calling them SJWs, we're gonna start calling them the Unfuckables.
The Unfuckables. I like that one. Well, no, I mean,
honestly,
say that because, like, I do think that Anita is an attractive woman, actually.
I'm pretty sure that Zoe Quinn is into some freaky shit.
Oh yeah, look at that hair.
I mean, she's actually, you know what? I'm gonna say this.
Be that bitch that wouldn't would be. I heard her and Macintosh are fucking. So apparently she got low standards and nobody else would fuck her. But I mean,
you know what though about Zoe Quinn? I gotta admit something about her. I remember when Gamergate started, right? And she was like on TV and shit. She weighed a lot, and she's lost a lot of fucking weight over this past 14.
Everybody has seen the news, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen them. I actually have a few of them saved just for safekeeping.
Oh, dude, don't let your wife hear you.
I have they're bookmarked in a place where they're not going to be released.
I saved them just in case they end up disappearing off the internet.
Dude, the internet is forever.
Oh, you know what?
Nothing ever will.
To be totally fair, I would be the meat in that sandwich.
I would.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. They're not that ugly.
Well, Anita at the UN when she was doing that speech, oh God, what the hell happened? But I mean, if Zoe, I mean, I'm sorry, if Zoe came to me, well, not as a journalist since I'm not, but if she came to me and said, you know what, I'll suck your dick, I'm like,
like I said,
let's go.
No self-respecting man will pass that up. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like I said, knowing what I know.
Hold on. I would pass that because I wouldn't want to catch what she has.
Hey, fuck it, man. Use it or lose it.
Yes, I would definitely say this right now. If I could prove that that the indie game scene causes STDs, I would definitely prove it.
No, look, this is what. No, just listen to what I'm saying though. If Zoe's like, she'll come in my office. She's like, I'll blow you if you give me good coverage for my game. And she's like, I'm like, all right. And she'll blow me and all that shit. She's like, all right, well, you gonna give me a game review? I said, sorry, I don't even write here. I just sit here.
That's just fucked up.
Dude, I think
I got bad news, Zoe. I'm just the security.
Rape.
Yeah.
She would claim rape.
See, like I
Yes,
like
because
I said,
I would definitely say this. She'll probably say that AIDS.
No, it's like.
Anita would probably say AIDS causes misogyny.
Look, man, she came in the office while you're sitting there chilling. She said, hey, I'll blow you if you give me a good review. And be like, okay. And be like, hey, you didn't ask if I worked here. You just asked me if I would give you a good game review.
Yeah, just put it. I'll give her a 3-star review on Steam in the fucking comments section. There's your review.
I'll give her.
I thought this game was cool.
It was cool.
I will give her game great review.
You know what? I think I got an idea how to make $200,000 and make a video for $200,000. Make it so crappy under budget, hire an editor, and basically claim that the AIDS virus is the main cause of misogyny.
You know,
and I will hire some researchers to prove my point.
AIDS is sexist now.
Yeah, AIDS is sexist.
I saw a woman on Twitter. I'm pretty sure she was a feminist. She was claiming that there are fucking men running around Africa, like 70% of fucking AIDS victims are female, and men that find out they have AIDS are running around raping women intentionally just so they can try and take women out with them. It's like, bitch, I'm pretty sure most people who find out they have AIDS are busy worrying about how they're going to explain it to their partner.
As crazy as that sounds, for some reason I believe it.
In Africa, possibly.
Yeah. Maybe I should get the $200,000. Someone give me $200,000. I will make a video.
If I had $200,000, I would hang off my fucking house not making you a video.
Yeah.
Sorry, my
And
patriarchal privilege keeps me busy at work paying my bills.
Yes, and I would definitely make a video on how AIDS virus causes misogyny.
Like I said about Zoe and fucking...
the F virus.
Well, shit, man, you could get away with it. I mean, we got people running around screaming air conditioning is sexist. Fuck it.
God damn, that was so stupid.
Yeah, because there could be a way to make money off of the idea of someone trying to bring up the AIDS virus and blaming misogyny.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I swear to God, I remember seeing this headline somewhere, and I think it was a Guardian headline about feminism. It was, "Can I be? It's okay to be a feminist and still like a man to nut on my face."
Yeah,
This is where I saw that headline. And I'm like, really? What in the fuck?
You know what? I got one. I'll top it. I'll top it right now. And I'll hold on. Y'all keep talking. I'll find the article so y'all don't think that I'm trying to pull some shit. So you can actually see
So
it.
going back to Zoe and Anita and that little fucking pasty white fucking sandwich, because the pair of them are some fucking white. Like I said, front fucking foyer of a police station, contracts for consent in triplicate, videotaped.
How does it have gay sex without being gay?
I've heard of that one.
Apparently, two straight men can fuck each other in the ass and it not be gay, according to Vice.
Well,
Does Gavin McInnes realize exactly where Vice went after he sold it? Because apparently it went straight for the back door.
Yeah. I'm just like, as soon as I saw that headline, I was like, I just started twitching for like the next 2 minutes, just trying to believe that someone said that.
I can beat it.
You can beat it. What do you got?
Did you guys not see the
Definitely, obviously.
Did you guys not see the video where Tito D was talking about a woman writing an article over shit? Come on, there was a woman who wrote an article about her daughter taking a shit.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, I heard about that.
How Pegging Can Save the World, written by quite possibly the most beta male feminist apologist on the planet.
Wow.
Oh fuck! No. I just realized what the hell that was. I just read that one little part. No.
Just remember, when you turn 40, you're gonna have to fucking bend over and cough for a doctor.
But the doctor's finger isn't this fucking big around.
Get her to build up. It's not like she's using you for an oven mitt, motherfucker.
Grow up and take it like a man. Take it up the ass like a man, Josh. John, whatever.
Oh, okay. I see what you did there.
I'm trying to figure out whether it's Macintosh or Anita who's operating the other one like a puppet.
It's Macintosh operating Anita.
I don't know. I mean,
because Anita can't speak on her own. Macintosh is writing the script, obviously. He's the one who wrote the script for the 25 Invisible Benefits.
Yeah, so Pussy Game fucking ruins a lot of guys.
She probably keeps his ass in line by giving him the puss, but I mean, I'm saying that she doesn't write the content, though. She's not that damn clever.
Well, based on her fucking interview,
she fucking reads off a script like a wet board, let alone be able to have any type of creativity.
Yeah, she does. Fucking, do you mind if I read some notes? Bitch, you're the only one out of that entire group on stage in fucking Australia that needs notes to talk about feminism.
Exactly, so she ain't writing that.
She might as well accuse the Osmonds of being sexist and misogynistic.
Yeah, but she's probably actually got a point there. Pretty sure Donnie was a prick.
It is what it is.
Yeah, have you ever met Donnie Osmond? He is a prick.
Humanity is doomed.
I can't say I've ever had to meet that guy.
I'm very much in the George Carlin camp. I am watching a once proud species circle the bull as a amused spectator.
George Carlin was the man.
You're more into the tobacco.
Tobacco wacky. That's how it goes.
I'm still learning the whole pipe thing. I don't quite have it sorted out yet.
I've been using a vaporizer. I had to quit smoking cigarettes,
Gotta
so I went to vape. Yeah, mine's charging right now. I'm probably gonna pull it off there and puff on it here in a minute, though. I've been puffing on Cinnamon Toast Crunch tonight.
I actually heard vaporing is more dangerous than a cigarette, but then again, thinking on it, that's only propaganda.
It's been proven that so far it's been proven that it's a lot safer than cigarettes, but I think there's still a lot to learn from it.
Okay, this is a fucking wax cup. Heating it with coffee or tea will fucking put wax in your system, which is dangerous. Breathing fucking the air in your average city, not good for your health. I was an industrial roofer for 15 years doing flat roofs. We used hot asphalt. Inhaling fumes, not good for you. That's why, and this is not actually a racist statement, this is just a statement of fact. In the U.S., 99% of flat roofers are Mexicans because nobody else wants to do the job.
Yeah, that's true.
Shitty, smelly, it's not a difficult job.
True. Then again, maybe it could be racist.
Look, I'll just straight up say it. When I was in the Navy, I was my first 2 years, I was an undesignated seaman, so I spent most of my job painting, chipping, and grinding and shit, right? I know it's a bad joke, but I mean that's what it was. I was basically a bosun mate, and we did a lot of the grunt work. We were deck apes, and I was in charge of the paint locker, and I had to huff paint so much on a daily basis. Every day when I went home, I had a huge, massive fucking headache, to the point where, and my health was declining so badly to the point where it was like, hey, we got to get this guy on like a respirator if he's going to be in that paint locker. So
yeah, that's fucking OSHA right there, man. Like fucking, you're in what, like a 12 by 12 fucking lockup?
Yeah, it's fucking big. I mean, it's not that big. It's like a closet.
Yeah,
it's paint.
Yeah. Okay. One of the last jobs I did as a roofer, we were doing. It was the Progressive Conservatives Action Plan. This was their solution for the last economic bubble. They were going to inject money into building projects because most of the Canadian economy is in Alberta right now because we have oil. So keeping the construction workers busy, kind of helpful. And so we were like redoing the federal building and the grounds, including the parkade tops. And like, so they have, like, the parkade tops are all concrete, and they're going to have, eventually going to have landscaping and shit on them, and plazas and whatever else. But they have little fucking cubby holes that are like poured into the concrete for equipment, like the pumps for the fountains and shit. So you got like a 4x4x4 cubby that's subterranean, that somebody has to go into using a solvent-based primer on a paint roller so that they can then, after that shit sets up, take an 80,000 BTU propane torch inside and put a torchable asphalt membrane on.
Holy shit.
Guess who that asshole was?
You.
You?
$35 an hour, fuckers.
And your lungs were screaming, "Oh, come home, old ye faithful," afterwards.
No, that was the period where I was smoking 2 bags a day.
See, I stopped smoking not that long ago. I've been only quit smoking for maybe about 3 months now. Actually longer now, because I started doing.
If only they spent the money on paint masks, they would have saved lives.
I'm still getting used to this fucking pipe thing. It's pissing me off. I ran out of smokes. I've got pipe tobacco.
They should have bought you. They should have got you this paint mask I'm showing right here.
Well, they eventually, when I was in the Navy, they eventually put me on a respirator, and I would have to use that on a daily basis.
I swear to God, the Navy. I thought they had that little was it called? The biohazard mask?
Yeah, we actually have some stuff like that. Well, but you know, when you're working in a paint locker, you're not going to be wearing full mop gear. You know.
I know, but
And
yeah, but
you have a gas
should give you,
mask.
they should have gave you. They should.
Whenever you get on a ship, you are issued a gas mask that's perfect, that's fit for you, and you have that in case, say, there's a chemical or whatever attack on the ship when you're on board.
So, something else that's come up again in the last week, because it's fucking Halloween, cultural appropriation.
Oh boy, again?
I'm so fucking sick of this stupid shit.
You know what? Every time you hear an SJW fucking bitch about it, oh, fucking wearing a sombrero or wearing a kimono or whatever the fuck it is cultural appropriation. Point out that ballet is French and Russian culture.
Yeah.
And that Misty Copeland is not allowed to be the first African American prima ballerina. And watch their little fucking heads explode. Here's the thing. Misty Copeland is a phenomenal fucking athlete and one of those people that proves that actually, like, having drive and determination and amazing talent can get you places. But you know what? If you're not capable of being French or Russian, you're not allowed to do ballet. Get the fuck out. If you're not German, you're not allowed to be associated with lipids on our horses. Fucking done.
I think the one that's just starting to annoy me more is just the whole thing about the Halloween costume shit.
Oh,
it's like, dude, just shut up, man. It's so stupid.
I can make it even stupider, okay? Nita, get the fucking plaid off. That is fucking appropriation of Scottish fucking tartans. Has she ever worn jeans? That's appropriation of mid-19th century American mining culture. If you've ever dyed your hair, Zoe Quinn, that's Roman culture from about 400 BC.
It's also Egyptian, I heard.
I mean, fucking Roman.
That would be makeup, actually. The Egyptians.
Yeah. I think the Egyptians. Kohl. So any woman that puts any kind of eyeliner or fucking lip liner or any of that shit on, well, eyeliner is fucking Arabic and Middle Eastern.
Yes.
Henna, fucking that's done. T-shirts. Tunics are Norse. Well, I guess nobody can have fucking braids because that's Native American and Norse and Russian and Chinese and East Indian and fucking near everywhere. So fuck right off. Fucking eating a vegetarian diet, that's fucking Neanderthal, or that's fucking primate appropriation because there's fucking other monkeys that do that. Fuck off. Starve, bitch. Starve.
Yeah. Well, did you hear that? Did anyone watch the actual Lacey Green one about the whole fucking?
Yes, if you mean the Halloween one, I did. I don't remember it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Or basically, she was trying to say the bullshit about what was it? That blackface makes it where you take the whole identity of that whole race and demean it down to a fucking costume, or make basically people doing blackface means
that they did that back in the 19.
Yeah.
But apparently that's an issue now that people still do that. And I don't know. I've never seen it.
Well, hang on a second. I'm going to check because Thaddeus Russell wrote a book called A Renegade American History, and it actually has a chapter on how blackface actually, like the first person who did blackface, I believe, was Jewish.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
How to talk to white people about blackface.
How about fuck right off?
Yeah, there's a.
How about fuck right off? I'm Canadian. It's never been a part of my culture. Why don't you piss right off?
Yeah.
But it's like she bitches about like people wearing sexy costumes and like, who the hell's buying the sexy costume? If it was such a big deal, nobody would buy them and the stores wouldn't sell them. It's not like the store saying you have to buy this one.
Yeah, let me show you something that's funny. There's also whiteface too, which I seen some people dressed up as white people. For example, I know that. What was this one from? Oh yeah, the Saturday Night Live one. What if White Like Me, which Eddie Murphy played a white man, which was he did a skit on
White
Saturday
girls.
Night Live.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, so some early blackface minstrelry performance was clearly little more than anti-black parody, but many historians see the songs and dances of T.D. Rice, Dan Emmett, Dan Rice, Abraham Lincoln's favorite, and other originators of the genre as expressions of desire for the freedoms they saw in the culture of slaves. Just as the minstrel stage held out the possibility that whites could be black for a while, but nonetheless white, Dave Roediger said, leading historian of whiteness, it offered possibilities that via blackface, pre-industrial joys could survive amidst industrial discipline. Because guess what? As shitty as this is to say, if you were a slave, you were provided for. It was a legal mandate under pre-emancipation laws.
Marking bad supports slavery, film at 11. Just kidding.
I'm a Canadian. We never had slavery. Well, that's not entirely true, but that's a whole other fucking stream.
And the funny thing is, right now there are black people that are attempting this stuff, and it's ridiculous.
Here's what pisses me off. Okay. About 500,000 slaves were shipped to the Caribbean and the U.S. in the transatlantic slave trade. Almost 5 million were shipped to Brazil alone. Here's the other thing. It's estimated that upwards of 12 million were shipped eastward from Africa in the Arab slave trade, with an 80% attrition rate. And the Arab slave trade persisted for 1,400 years, not 400.
Damn.
My ancestors all lived in Canada for almost the entirety of the time that my ancestors had been in North America. We did not have legalized slavery. There was like less than 100 people who escaped to Canada who were considered to be slaves after their arrival. And the only group that practiced any form of actual institutionalized slavery were East Coast Haida tribes that participated in war slavery. So there was actually a white British man that was enslaved by them. And he wrote about it. That's how we know about it. There were native groups enslaving each other here in America before Europeans showed up. I hate to be that fucking oppressive white prick, but anytime a group has power over another group, they're probably going to take advantage of the group they have power over.
Alright, slavery is a part of nature. Even ants do this shit.
It's aphids and ants. Don't they fucking? I'm trying to remember which way it goes, but I think the ants like curate the aphids in order to fucking use them to get fucking acacia sap and shit.
No, actually, ants take other ants as slaves. You know what I mean? They go attack another anthill, kill the queen, and you know what I mean?
Unlock the other ants.
Yeah.
I think I've heard that one too.
Newsflash: nature sucks.
Tell me about it.
Shit happens.
Life sucks. Get a helmet. Dennis Leary, no cure for cancer. Thank you.
Over the history years, there's a lot of people that are that bring up this issue about racism, and it's like they bring up the past, they bring up the future, they worry about the future more about the past.
Here's my problem with this concept of racism.
What am I seeing in the stream here?
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
No, I mean I'm on the YouTube link, you know, where the chat is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're seeing a lot of things in this chat, like
Like, people are probably calling us
like
horrible people.
Memes.
No.
Horrible.
Actually,
people
Beat of the
bringing up this
GGs is
stuff.
just saying, gotta go, guys. See you later.
Take care.
No, that's what Beat of the GGs was saying. Yeah. I'm probably gonna hop
Yeah,
off here in a
he's-
minute too. It's getting pretty late and I'm tired.
Yeah, it's getting.
I was, like I said, I
late.
drove all goddamn day. I'm fucking exhausted right
I'm
now.
going to close up with this notion. For the SJWs who insist upon this sociological fucking definition of racism and sexism,
Yeah.
it's really Americentric. Because a lot of the people that insist on using those definitions tend to be Americans. And I'm in Canada. I have absolutely no fucking institutional power over anybody in any other country. And to be fair, I don't have a lot of institutional power at all. I mean, invocation of privilege and arguments of sociological privilege and power are apex fallacies. If you cannot demonstrate that we have a signed BDSM contract that entitles me to be your dominant, I have no power whatsoever over the average human being. That's how this works. If you want to sign a contract that says that I can hate fuck your ass while I choke you, then we've got somewhere to fucking make to start a discussion on this. But until then, I'm pretty sure I have no power over you at all.
Unless you have Mercedes.
But to be fair, Mercedes has pointed out that she's probably going to need a little bit of an upfront reconciliation, and she doesn't do submissive work.
Oh yeah.
Just not her thing. And I'm like, I'd still plow the shit out of it.
I don't know who wouldn't.
Well, to be fair,
I can't say that I'd pass it up.
To be fair, I do have a significant other, so I would make sure that I was either single or that it was okay. Because I am actually a responsible moral adult. I'm not gonna randomly stuff holes that I'm not supposed to.
Well, I mean, my wife has told me that she wouldn't mind if I did it with, like, say, someone Mercedes, but it better be recorded and I better be getting paid to do it. So I better basically, I would have to become a porn star to do it.
I had to make the agreement with my significant other that Chris Pratt was a total hall pass moment if that happened. I'm like, well, if the option is that I'm allowed one hall pass moment, if you happen to fall on Chris Pratt's lap repeatedly, I won't argue. But let's make this clear. My hall pass moment will be on fucking broadcast news.
Yep.
Yeah, this is funny. A Dallas cheerleader, Whitney Isabel, causes controversy by sporting blackface for Halloween. This was back in 2009. She was trying to imitate Wheezy.
Oh God.
On Halloween, like Little Wayne, like Little Wheezy. I'm like, really?
Look.
And this is a Dallas cheerleader. Dallas Cowboys cheerleader.
Does everybody remember the fucking? I don't remember if it was Salon or which of the SJW sites it was, but it was only like a year or two ago. Some woman in a fraternity or in a sorority wanted to have like a multicultural appreciation night, and she was going to attend in a sarong. And she was a very pale-skinned East Indian, like passing white. And the den mother, or whatever the job title is now, basically said, you can't do that, that's racist. Ignoring the fact that this woman had spent the bulk of her summers since turning 12 and able to fly unattended in India with family there. It's like, you fuckers just don't understand how to fucking ask questions. Like, it's racist to ask people where they're from because you're implying that immigrants aren't allowed in your country and shit.
That was so stupid.
It's like, maybe I'm asking where they're from because I'm interested in their culture. Fuck! Surprisingly enough, I might want to understand the people I associate with. Holy fuck.
Mark, micro means tiny, and aggression means racial aggression.
No, it means It means microaggression means shut your hole, you white patriarchal.
No, I know. I was just saying from the Undoomed video, you know, the one he did on microaggressions.
I guess some people really like to do that. Yeah, the thing is that I can understand that if people say that they went to that country and know the culture pretty well, I would take their word for it sometimes.
I put a decade into researching 13th century Persia because I was in the SCA. I was in the Society for Creative Anachronism. I've got a fairly good grasp of like the social and cultural environment of that era.
Yeah.
I got accused of being racist for having that clothing recreated accurately according to extant clothing. Like
everything is racist, everything is sexist, everything is problematic.
Everything is racist, everything is sexist, everything is homophobic, everything is problematic, and you have to point it all out. Listen and believe. And you could quote me, fuckers.
Yeah, and the thing is that it's kind of difficult to tell the difference sometimes for these people who believe in those ideas.
The problem is that it's not a matter of telling it apart. It's a matter of most of these people don't apply enough fucking energy to this to burn any calories on the actual critical thinking involved.
And Lord knows some of them need to burn some calories.
Yes.
I'm sorry, was I fat shaming?
Yes.
That's okay, because the last time she went to the gym, she shamed the shit out of that fucking treadmill.
Hey, I'm fat, so I can make fun of fat. So I can make fun of fat people.
It did not have the suspension required for that fucking bouncy ride show.
Well, guys, it's been fun, but I'm gonna roll out. So
yeah,
you
keep promising me a fucking stream, so we'll have to do that later.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. We'll get something rolling, man.
I told you would.
You got a Skype marking?
Yep. Hang on, let me figure out what the fucking account is. I'll put it in the chat thing. The private chatty thing.
That works. 'Cause I'm about to roll out. I'm tired. I got things to do tomorrow. I gotta clean this house.
You gotta keep your children from destroying more of it.
Well, see, that's why I drove 8 hours today. My sister-in-law took the kids for the weekend.
So she's putting up with the sugar high. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, next time I'm not giving out free games. But anyways, thank you for coming. I'm going to probably close this stream.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
Yeah, just look up TC _operator on Twitter.
No, that's marking. It's at _marking bad _ for tweeters.
Marking bad tweet. But also YouTube. You can check out his YouTube channel too.
Yeah.
Lord Nurgle.
Lord Nurgle. Chaos God of Death and Disease. You can find me on Twitter at _spore666.
Hey, Mark, the guy that just added you is me.
On what Twitter?
Dominic Gamer and Johnny Fox.
Johnny Fox.
Would you like to show your?
It's not hard to find. Johnny Fox and Rox is ROX.
Yeah. Yeah, on Twitter. He also has a YouTube channel.
Which is,
for a second there,
you can literally just type in the NHB News or Johnny Fox Show. Either way, it'll pop up. That's generally what people do to get to it.
I just saw something pop up on fucking Facebook, and I thought it said Tom Waits, and I'm like, Tom Waits just liked something of mine? The fuck? If that had happened, I would be plastering that all over fucking Twitter. Tom Waits noticed me.
I just spelled mine in the private chat thing.
Yeah, I got it.
Not just go through Demented. He knows about Twitter and the Steam and all that. How to get a hold of me.
Yeah. I got you. I added you on Twitter.
Cool.
What was his name? Zan? He keeps. I keep meaning to fucking download Borderlands 2 because he wanted to do a fucking Borderlands 2 fucking live stream thing.
Zan. Let me see if I remember because I don't have the game either.
It's worth it. It's worth it.
Borderlands 2, yes, one.
Honestly, you know what? Borderlands 2, the major reason it pisses me off is some of those fucking achievements fucking actually rage quit fucking quality.
Yeah, I would agree with you because I tried.
The one that pissed me off is when you, not to spoil all of it, but you meet one of the characters from the first game, but in that particular zone, you've got to try and get to the top of the radio tower, and it is fucking like Mario Brothers. It's Super Mario 2 hard jumping puzzle shit.
Oh my god.
Like,
yeah, there's
holy
also
fuck. And like, if you are not fucking like pixel to pixel perfect, you are fucked.
Yeah, that's why I gave up playing that game a long time ago on my Xbox 360. But it's fun on PC from what I heard.
I have it on PC. I just haven't played it in a while.
Honestly, what's her name there? The chick that did the voice for Tiny Tina. She's way more interesting than her brother, who was the writer for a bunch of Borderlands 2.
Yeah, I know. And too bad she's
just as SJW as he is.
Is it who did the voice of Tiny Tina? Is it Ashley Birch? Yeah, she's
Birch.
also the voice of Cassie Cage in MKX.
Yeah, and the funny thing about her is that they got people were upset with her voice in that game because it was the issue of racial appropriation.
Melina?
Or Tiny.
Oh, Cassie. Okay.
Tiny Tia.
Birch not fucking clue you in?
Yeah, because they accused Anthony Birch and her of all the BS that happened with Borderlands 2 with the racial appropriation bullshit. Because her voice was sounding black and she was white.
You know, I've got to admit one thing about Ashley Birch is she's a good voice actress, though. That I've got to admit, even if she is a social justice warrior.
She is.
The thing I'd admit about her is that I would really like her not to make the squeaky voice.
Yeah, because it's like
she's not a very big person. It's kind of fucking like kind of uncanny valley creepy.
I could do the black. I could do the black man voice sometimes. It's not easy, but it's kind of like, yo, what's up, dog?
Damn, nigga, what you up to, motherfucker?
Bitch, I'm here getting paid, nigga. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna roll out, guys. I will holla at y'all later.
Before we get accused of racism.
Yes.
Yeah.
Y'all have.
Yeah, we might as well. Yeah, because it's not easy. You just get exposed to that shit all the time. It's like people don't understand. We always get exposed to
don't get exposed to
that
culture.
Like,
yeah. I have never actually called a person a nigger in my life. I have used the term.
Okay. Before people leave, can we talk about that officer that beat up a high school girl and there's a video?
I've heard about it. Haven't watched it.
What did she do?
Apparently, she's recently an orphan, and didn't want to leave the classroom. And apparently,
the officer forcibly removed her.
Yeah, he got fired apparently,
and was very
already ran that one.
Apparently, he has a history of being very violent. He threw a man to the ground, and the man's black wife happened to have attempted to intercede, and he was screaming, while being recorded, "Tase that nigger, bitch." So,
damn.
Oh yeah, he is clearly one of those cops that should, or one of those law enforcement individuals who should not be there because he is a power tripper.
Yeah, there's some that are just like that. And it's sad to say that a lot of that the media capitalizes on any of these cases they find when this happens, and they're not as often as they actually seem that they are. They're really not.
It's clickbait. That's what it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Media always loves to sensationalize on crazy people. Look at Ted Cruz, look at Donald Trump. He made a career out of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sorry.
But anyway, I'm rolling out, guys. Y'all have a good night.
And I'm out too, because
I'm out.
I got other
Take care, guys.
Leon, you gotta time this shit better, man.
Me?
You got here just as we're all fucking off.
I basically just saw us streaming stuff. I was in a lot of other things. I was in before. I was in town most of the day, and then come back. Oh, I pre-purchased Fallout 4, so.
I have Fallout 3. I tried that for about 20 minutes. A scorpion climbed up a cliff, fucked me in the ass, and I'm like, nope, we're done. I couldn't even fucking dent this thing. We're done.
You don't like Fallout 3?
I played the game for 20 minutes. I'm in the starting town, and this fucking scorpion crawled up the side of the mountain and kicked the shit out of me.
Yeah, they have a lot of bad glitches in Fallout 3.
It's like, we're done now. That's like if I'm in the starting town and I've gotten two quests, I can't. And I just got murdered by a giant radiated scorpion.
The rat scorpion, yeah, I know.
I'm gonna go back to playing fucking Wasteland 2. Because
go back to playing Candyland, you pansy.
Excuse me, I prefer the latest fucking MLP game, you fucking oppressive shitlord. I don't even know what it's called, but I prefer it automatically.
I played all the Fallout games. I played every single one, all the way up until even the first ones. They're all really good games.
Apparently, the original Wasteland was basically where Fallout 2 could have gone. I'm very similar fucking aesthetic, very much that.
It's created by the same people.
Yeah, well, part of the same team.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I like the Fallout lore better. I mean, the backstory of Fallout.
I don't know. You know what? Wasteland 2 was a really.
Mm-hmm. I haven't had a chance to play with it. Yeah, the people that made Wasteland 2 made Fallout 1, Fallout 2, and Fallout Brotherhood of Steel, Fallout Tactics.
Alright, fuckers. I'm out.
Bye.
Alright. I'm gonna probably close the stream right now. Bye bye, guys. Thank you for watching.
Mm-hmm.